Hey y'all, we're back, and once again this episode is being brought to you by Showtime and their critically acclaimed series, The Chi. Okay, if you have not caught up, I don't know what is taking you so long. Okay, you've fallen behind, and there are amazing things to watch on television, yes. But how many shows can you watch right now that are about the heart and soul of the South Side of Chicago? I mean, gripping television, ladies and gentlemen.
That. That's right.
We covered a lot for the Black Mamas recently. And my heartstrings can only take so much. But riveting television is riveting television.
It is. Lena knows what she's doing.
They know what they're doing over there, that Lena wave. That's what the Emmy is about. That's why she's got one. Okay? So make sure that you're catching new episodes of The Chi Sundays at 10 p.m. Okay? It's on Showtime. Try a free month of Showtime by going to Showtime.com and entering the code THEREAD. That's right, we got you a little free promo code if you're a first-time subscriber only. Okay? And you can exhale about it all you want to. Okay? And this offer expires on May 6th. So get hit now so you can catch up. Let's start the show. Best friend say she's sick of me crying on the phone, telling how my man be dogging me. My best friend say don't tell her nothing about me and you, 'cause she ain't showing me no sympathy. My best friend say if she were me, she'd let you go a long, long time ago.
That's right.
My best friend say, I'll be there. Ooh. I'll be there for you. Yeah. Anytime you need, you can lean on me. The fact that you're not singing along is concerning. Come on.
Because I'm really enjoying this rendition.
I'll be there for you.
I love it. You're doing it.
I'll be there.
Why would I interrupt those vocals?
So
you in this tribute to two legends.
Missy and Aliyah. And then Missy came into my favorite part. My best friend say I can stay with her. Time I like.
You know, I need to go back to that album.
What a fantastic piece of music.
Man, that was a long time ago for me though. Like I really need to go, well, I guess for all of us, but it feels like a million years ago in the span of my lifetime.
You know what? And let me tell you the reason I picked that song. And I don't mean to uplift one woman and tear another down at the same time.
No, it's fine. Who are you tearing down? Sarah Sanders?
No.
Oh, because I'm here for that.
I don't remember where I was, but I randomly heard that Through Your Phone song the other day by Cardi B.
Go Through Your Phone. I thought you meant Kiss Me Through the Phone. I was like, that ain't Cardi B.
But I was just like, oh gosh, I don't care for so many rap ballads.
Yeah, I don't like that song at all.
That song's awful. But
I've always hated it.
I generally don't care for like lovey-dovey R&B rap songs. Like Song Cry and Here We Go featuring Kelly Rowland.
And that's it, bitch. Don't ask me about nothing
I should have sang that too. Anyways, like those songs. And then I was like, and Missy. But Missy's ballads are like R&B.
The thing is, Missy, and this is why we celebrate her and respect her the way we do, because she toes all these different lines between genre and the sounds that we are expecting to hear from, you know, Black people or urban music or whatever. She fucks with all of that in an absolute genius way. In a way where you're like, I'm actually not annoyed by this rap ballad all about love and dick.
Best Friend, Take Away, Teary Eyed.
Does Pussy Don't Feel Me Now count?
Absolutely.
I feel like it should.
Through and through. She's got so many great ones.
Hey, don't forget her work with the Queen and how ain't nothing out there for her. Beyonce. I mean, Missy Elliott has just...
Girl, I do not get high. And then she said she's puffing on the mid. She's grown so much. We'll get to that in a second.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Welcome back, guys. I am Django Fett.
And I am Rumi Carter. Who's Django
This is
Fett?
the read. An icon, a bounty hunter, and a low-key hottie.
Okay.
Welcome back to another week, and here we are.
That's right.
Up is down is down is down is up.
Well, Homecoming came out today, so nothing else really matters. Congratulations.
Game of Thrones came out on Sunday. Everything is...
The things are coming back to us, you see.
Little came out this weekend.
Oh my God. So much. Right.
Shit.
It has been such an incredible past few days. Where shall we even begin?
Let's begin with Little. Black Excellence.
Okay.
15 million Marseille brings in opening week.
Go off.
My mighty God in heaven.
I'm personally responsible for like 50,000 of that.
Oh,
So, congratulations, Marseille. We are so proud of you.
What a movie.
It's for kids.
You felt old?
I did. Because the mama in the movie is 2 years older than me. So,
ooh.
Yeah, when Marseille was doing like all the throwback, when her character was doing the throwback dances and all that, I was like, bitch, this is literally like... It's the first time I've seen a kids movie where I like identify more with the adult than the child in the movie, and I was like, "Oh fuck!"
It definitely is a great movie to take a kid with you.
Yes, Noah was so into it.
Yeah,
and every time there was kissing, she was like, "Ugh, didn't come here to see this."
I mean, but the executive producer was fucking 14-year-old, so it's like perfect.
She loved it.
Expect Girls Trip.
She kept leaning over and telling me the plot twist to the movie. She's like, "He talking to the grown
Noah."
lady." Yes, I was like, "Yeah, girl, I get it. He talking to the little girl, but that's really the grown woman." You're right. She followed along with it. She had a great time. That was the whole point. So
I loved it.
Did you see Marseille's young rich nigga chain she got?
I did. I'm sorry. On the way over here. Oh my God.
Woo!
When I tell you that shit flattened the fuck out of me, bitch.
What a fucking flex.
I died. I was like, you know what? Stand up in it. You
Keep telling us that you're rich.
The fuck up in it. Absolutely.
I love it.
Goddamn correct.
Oh man, and I don't know if you have been keeping up with this season of Blackish, but she is killing it.
Yes.
Like, in case you niggas have not been watching, go catch up because I just love
Blackish
so
just
much.
hasn't been bad.
It's right. It hasn't. And the thing is, like, the focus on the twins now, and then Junior working with his daddy, and Devontae's growing up, kind of, and Ruby's still there being crazy. Like, it just hasn't been poor. Everything. It's just I just love it so much. But yes, congratulations, Marseille, girl. You did
you little comedic, you talented little thing, you.
She's everything.
Your future, my God. I can't even wait. I hope I can stick around to see it. Also, Black Excellence this week. I realized I never actually shouted out another young person that I'm a fan of. Jonah Larson. Have you heard of Jonah's Hands?
No, I haven't.
Jonah Larson is an 11-year-old young man who...
Damn it, I thought it was a song. It's like Grandma's Hands.
Jonah's Hands sounds like a song.
It does.
It does. Well, he's actually, he's described as a crocheting prodigy.
Okay.
Jonah taught himself to crochet at 5 years
himself?
old. Yeah, via YouTube. And now the best can't beat him. If you catch my drift. So
these kids on another fucking level, man.
I don't know anything. I've always been interested in crochet, but I've never known how, never took the time to learn how.
I taught myself to knit, but not crochet.
Yeah, I know it's like a big, well, I don't know if it's a big difference, but I know that there is a difference.
No,
there
definitely. I mean, the needles, right? The needles alone.
But I mean, from blankets to scarves to probably homes. I don't know. This can crochet anything. And so he appeared in a local paper. He's from Wisconsin, La Crosse, and went viral.
Wow.
Since then, he's been interviewed by NPR. He was in People. At one point, he had 2,500 orders and had to stop taking requests.
Holy shit.
His mom,
oh my God, I'm looking at him now.
So he was adopted.
Look at, by white people?
He was adopted, and his mom says that she never has to buy him yarn because he uses his own money from his crochet sales. He's a businessman. He uses his own money to buy his own damn yarn.
That's right.
Okay. He invests his money and donates. He donates crochet and all kinds of things.
Oh my God.
To the same orphanage that he was adopted from in Ethiopia.
Look, oh my God.
Yeah.
What a little blessing of a child. I see him here holding up his bag full of milk yarn, which I did not even know was a thing, but...
NPR...
wow. Okay, little man.
He told NPR, after a very hard, busy, chaotic day in this busy world with school, it's just nice to know that I can come home and crochet in my little corner of the house while sitting by the one I love most, my mom. This kid wants to be a surgeon.
I mean, and he's already there. If he can handle them crochet needles, then I'm sure he'll be just fine.
Probably stitch a heart up.
These are beautiful. Look at this fucking cow neck scarf, bitch. Like, you literally could never in
Urban
your
Outfitters
life.
could never imagine it. Couldn't imagine
Urban Outfitters would take that and slap a $55 price tag on it and call it a bargain.
I can only stand.
And I see he has a book coming out. This is incredible.
Got a book deal.
And he donates his crochet creations to the Ethiopian orphanage he was adopted from. That's really beautiful. Shout out to the white people who are helping cultivate this little boy's creativity, because it means everything.
I don't know if he's opened his orders back up or whatever. But
I don't think he has. Like, he took his YouTube, not his YouTube, but he took his website off his Instagram. Like, girl, don't hit me up.
I'll get back to you girls later. Every piece is handmade.
I got 6 months worth of orders waiting on me. You girls are just going to have to wait.
I'm also
until the fall.
I'm also a child.
Right.
It's only so much I can do, kids.
How much? Oh, he's 11 now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! So he's been crocheting for over half his life. Wow! Just wow!
Again, better than most. So shout out to you, kid.
I've done nothing. I've done nothing with my life.
Nothing.
Oh my God!
Absolutely.
Oh,
zero.
Jonah, this is beautiful.
So from there, we're going to move on to our pop culture segment this week. It is called Hot Tops: Invasion of the Bottom Snatchers. And
it's an epidemic. You got to be careful.
You do.
You never know where your bottom might go next.
So,
she did it.
She didn't have to do it. This is the thing. This is the thing. She could have gone on about her fucking business. She didn't have to. Mm-hmm. She didn't have to do it. She didn't have to do any of the things that she did. And yet here we are.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Wow, what a day. So Beyonce has arrived into our lives with this homecoming film that's been released to Netflix just today. Well, yesterday, if you're listening to this on the day it comes out. And, wow. So...
You still blown away.
So many things. Beyonce did this for me. This was a gift that I needed right at, like, the most perfect time. First of all, of course I want to watch Beachella as many times as I possibly can,
right?
As often as I can, with beautiful editing.
It really was. The 2 weekends were put together really beautifully. Like, they just flipped back and forth so incredibly. Like, it was just seamless. Incredible work, Beyonce. But you knew that.
So, first of all, I mean, there's most of it is the concert itself,
right? There's just some behind the scenes clips and context,
So, like,
in.
For the majority of it, our opinions, you could listen to when we reacted
Beachella,
to the thing.
And
itself.
also, I rewatch Beachella all the time. So it was literally nothing new to me. Unfortunately, that's my fault.
I still sat there and soaked it all in, every second of it.
Right. But I apologized to Beyonce. I was like, I'm sorry that I bootlegged your performance instead of waiting for you to put it out in the way you wanted me to.
I should have trusted your vision and your timing. And
that was my bad.
I was
Beyonce,
selfish.
I was.
And impatient.
That's my fault.
It is.
And I was ultra busy today. So when I realized it was mostly Beachella, I watched the parts that I really wanted to see, like the Everybody Mad. I just got to watch that every time. Ooh, bitch, and Diva. Ooh, and Top Off. Okay, it was a lot of parts that I stopped and watched. But then I would fast forward until I saw them go back into like a quote from some Black person who had spoken at a HBCU. Mm-hmm. And then back into the behind scenes. Right. It was just,
I loved it.
Beyonce really don't care how white people feel no more. She really do not care at all.
Shout out to Southern. Shout out to Morehouse.
Jackson State.
I saw FAMU.
Virginia State. All of y'all.
Shout
North
out to
Carolina
Bethune.
A&T. We see you, bitch. All of y'all, bitch.
I got my life. Yeah, I mean, I definitely watched from the beginning up until like the first like behind the scenes clip.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to do a whole lot of getting ready for this and other shit.
Right.
So I definitely like skipped some of the show things to get back to like the stuff I haven't seen. So I got to go back and like watch it through and through all over again.
She really put this out for the Hive. She really did. She really did.
It's fully packaged like here. Like, like
fine. You niggas are so thirsty.
But especially the behind the scenes stuff, it really like it really cements the fact or like the magnitude of it. Mm-hmm. And her saying like, you know, the flower crown is stuff is cute and all of that.
She laughed. I could have brought up my flower crown.
Which like told me that Beyonce said like, all right, we're going to do this Coachella shit. I'm the first Black woman to headline in the history of this. Mm-hmm. We going to blacken this shit up.
Yeah.
And choosing to have like an HBCU homecoming be the theme. I just really, really enjoyed watching them rehearse because I know that she's done these style like documentaries and stuff before, but for some reason this felt more like I felt like it like felt more intimate in terms of like what they were showing in terms of like the rehearsal process. Like I feel like I learned more about what it takes to put on a show of that magnitude from her eyes than I have watching the stuff that she's put together before.
It's probably the most human I've seen Beyonce be in a weird way, but it's like when she it's sad that she even has to do this, but when she breaks it down like I'm a human being, I don't always automatically know what I'm doing, and practice is the key to literally everything. And I don't care if we've done it 5 billion times because there's always notes, bitch, and something always needs to be improved upon. I'm like, okay, so like, yes, you are an incredible being who manages to bless us with these unbelievable works of art, but also that's because you fucking work at it. It's not because you're some, you know, Beyonce better than everybody else was born superhuman, you know? It's like she is a regular woman, a regular human being. She had a hard-ass pregnancy. She had to have a C-section, trying to recover from that with, you know, everything that happened with the twins. And then one of them, you know, heart stopped beating and all this. It's like, these are real people problems. This is shit that, you know, being Beyonce doesn't protect you from. Right. So when she was like, you know, sometimes people just got to see you, you know, being ugly and sweating and weaves all over the place because, you know, you rehearsing and that's really what it looks like. Like, people don't want to look awkward. They don't want to look ugly. And I'm sure she knows that because she has been that way for so long. But now she's just like, bitch, who cares? Like, she talked about how she was creating her own homecoming and it was hard. And that just like resonated with me so much. Because when you reach this point in your adulthood, and I know she like gives her kids a lot of credit for this, to where she just kind of is like, you know, what other people really feel about me, it just kind of has to melt away because my everything is about making sure I'm good, making sure these kids are good, putting stuff out into the world that I can be proud of, that my children can be proud of. It just... Oh, I really appreciated those behind the scenes clips for that. And because they really solidified for us that Blue Ivy is absolutely running every fucking thing at Parkwood. Everything to do with Beyonce. She is absolutely in charge.
That's like why I felt like, oh my God, this was so on time for me personally, because I'm currently like so incredibly busy trying to balance like work stuff and work on all of these different types of projects and settle into this new apartment and all of this other stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's just too much. I just can't handle it. Like,
oh, okay, you British now.
God,
all right.
I can't take it. And then I'm watching this woman like be like, yeah, so I was 218 goddamn pounds and one of these babies' heartbeat paused and girl, I don't know what I was going to do. So they had to chop your girl open. My babies are here now. So this is my first rehearsal, whatever. Can hardly breathe.
Yeah.
Don't know left from right. This is all really ridiculous. But you know what? I'm going to make sure that I hit Soul Cycle and Stairs and rehearse every day.
Yeah.
We got 3 sound stages here. Nobody's going home. Nobody's going to bed.
I think
we're just going to do it.
You're never going home.
To put on a fucking show for my ungrateful niggered ass. When I watch this shit and I'm looking at this woman and her beautiful fucking kids and I'm thinking, aside from the fact that you know that you have work to do and that in itself is strenuous and a lot, especially putting on a show of this caliber for this festival and stuff like that. You got 2 brand new babies, a perfect 6-year-old, and a nigga at home that you'd probably just love to be laid up with eating chips. Yeah. This bitch is
really loves
no
him.
Sugar, no dairy, no alcohol, no goddamn nothing, no fun.
Bitch, you're really not eating, you're literally only eating fruits and vegetables.
Spinach.
She on that vegan shit.
Romaine, maybe?
I'm like, oh my God. I actually felt for her because I understand doing a show like that, Beyonce's stamina has to be at a certain point. And clearly she couldn't work out and train and remain strong while she was pregnant with the twins. But
it's not even just that.
All of that though, it's
a
so
mental
much.
thing too. Because she's talking about feeling, thinking, am I gonna be able to get to the place I was in terms of my stamina and endurance?
From her body.
So all of these same things that I can sort of identify with, and here I am, single. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Same.
Rent is paid and things like that. And I'm just like, oh, it's just too much, darling. I can't do it. I can't
Are you
handle
stressed?
it. And I'm just watching this lady with her husband pushing on her belly and stuff like that as she's stretching and trying to rehearse and stuff like that. I'm like, what the fuck is my goddamn problem? Beyonce served this movie to me here's a tall glass of shut the fuck up.
That's right.
And just get it done, bitch.
Yes.
And I took it and gladly drank.
And she said, if my country ass can do it, so can you. And I just feel like we all need to carry that with us.
This is why I appreciate her so much outside from being a talent and being able to make great music and put on an amazing show. I've always talked about how her work ethic inspires me just as much as all of those other things. Because if I can watch this documentary, that's a concert I've already seen. You know what I'm saying? And watch these things and feel empowered to go on and do my thing that I was stressing about for weeks and weeks and weeks. And my thing is talking shit and telling jokes or whatever. Imagine a Beyonce fan that's gonna be, exploring space or a brain surgeon or some other shit. So let people enjoy this bitch.
Yes, please.
Let people have their good goddamn time.
That's right. Amen.
We're having a fucking blast. Blue Ivy Carter. Continuously surveying the girls. There will not be a step out of place. And then Mama gave you vocals at the end?
Oh, bitch.
She sang?
And not just sings. Lil Mama did the runs as well. Y'all thought I came here to just eke out a few little baby ass notes. Oh no, ho. Excuse me.
I literally paused the shit and said, the second coming is nigh! The second coming is nigh! Winter is here!
Oh man, I actually heard it for the first time on the album instead of on the documentary. So
I saw it on the documentary first.
So when I got to the end of the Coachella album, which I just cannot believe I sit here and listen to that as much as I do.
I sure did.
When I heard Blue Ivy sing Lift Every Voice,
she hit that run in her mama's face, was like, oh, there it is.
That
I'm trying to tell you, bitch. And then said, please, ma'am, may I slay them some more?
Yes.
I don't know if you caught. Mama said, I want to do that again.
Yeah.
Because it just feels so good. It feels so good pressing the balls of my feet against these poor bitches' goddamn skulls. I'm you girls.
Y'all really cannot handle it. I know I can't handle it. I fell the fuck over.
Grease your edges now.
My heart wasn't ready for that.
Because y'all are not prepared.
And Beyonce kept putting clips of Blue in there, just so y'all don't get this fucked up. She is sitting in the audience with her daddy, surveying these bitches to see where they fucking
She's on the stage, checking on the lights. She's sound checking the guitars.
That's right.
She's hitting the counts.
Hiding under the pyramid, checking the risers, all of it. She back there with the drummers snares, y'all have been lazy as fuck.
She's watching after the twins, making sure that the nanny's making sure they clean. Nobody is spit up. Great. All right, let's get back to these
Sir
counts.
got a tendency to get out that pack and play. It's just like Blue Ivy can be everywhere at once.
Horns. Now you weren't giving me what I needed back there. I needed to blare just a little bit more than that. All right. Don't let B-Saye come back in here and repeat what the fuck she had to say earlier in today.
Yeah, Blue Ivy is the one who was giving Beyonce on the notes. I'm like, I see what you're trying to do here, sis.
Yes.
But it's not translating to real life. So as the audience, let me guide you.
Yeah.
And she just, Blue, we have to thank you for your efforts.
That part was cut out. The initial comment was when Beyonce first sat down and said, all right. So I talked to my daughter Blue, and we looked over the footage. She says the following. Like, I know that Blue Ivy is walking around with a GoPro and an iPad.
Absolutely.
And she's telling. Because
with the pigtails hanging low, bitch. And when you see her coming, you better straighten up and act like you know what you're doing.
I simply live.
I did too. It was just so... Those kids, Beyonce said she got to go home to her 50-11 children. I was like, I bet if you have,
funny.
infant twins and a 6-year-old, it probably does feel
They're
that
so
way.
Cute.
But
when she was coming down the hallway and saw them.
Yeah. And she lit up and then they lit up and I was just like, oh my God, I want a baby.
Don't make me get emotional in here. I did get teary-eyed during that, Maya Angelou, that like
Dr. Angelou to you, sir.
The Ms. That quote from her, which was also in the trailer, punches me in the face every time.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It definitely resonates with me. And then it being at the end, when they're going through all of these clips, and I've soaked in all of the magic that is this thing again. I just, Beyonce, you.
Well,
and then you had the fucking gall. And then you had the goddamn black ass African American Houston, Texas nigger gall to make a cover of Before I Let Go, a Negro anthem, a Negro anthem, and take my favorite black ass nigger song. Oh my God! And then you mix Candy. I'm going home.
When I heard that Before I Let Go remix, I was like, bitch, first of all, had no clue I needed it. And then about halfway through it, I heard Candy pump in, and I literally put the phone down and texted you. I was like, I know you are shitting right now, my nigga.
Beyonce loves me.
It's so good. She really does.
Much.
She loves you so much because that was absolutely.
She didn't have to do that.
100% for you.
She didn't have to do that.
No, it was it might as well have had your name on it. She might have been like whispering Kid Fury on the track because she literally did that for you.
Wow,
said,
the magic therein. The magic therein.
And it was just so good. It was just.
DJs, now let me tell you something. I love Frankie Beverly as much as the next. He's a fashion icon in my goddamn opinion as well. Y'all better be mixing these two versions together for this weekend. We're not playing no goddamn games with you.
Absolutely.
Blends
we've got to hear both.
You don't have no fucking excuses. You have days.
That's right. Get it right.
And the weather is pumping up, so bitches are going to brunch on Sunday. I don't want to hear no fucking foolishness from y'all hoes. Beyonce, thank you so much for an official non-bootleg version. I deleted the other one from my phone. I've got the official one here now.
I had to do that.
Apologies again. Thank you so much for sharing all of the footage that you did. Sharing multiple clips of the twins. We got to see so much.
We did. And it makes me think, since she put this out on Netflix and then released the soundtrack, she's just like, okay, well, goodbye, niggas.
Yes, I said the same thing. Did you see this B7 shit that these niggas are pumping on here with this fake ass track list that has been out before?
Like, first of all, I don't trust nothing floating around on Instagram. You niggas ought to know that by
You
now.
think that the girls just like over at Genius would have put this up and then that was just official? Because
come on, y'all. Come
Genius lyrics don't even be right sometimes.
I just am not finna, put no stock in that, but
I wait for her to give me the things.
Yeah, I'll wait regardless, but I'm not expecting anything. I'm just so grateful for this. And I'm sure I will go back and watch that documentary again. Because she really put some real ass life advice in there. If you just pay attention, because Beyonce is talking some real shit in this movie. So,
and that's one of the most amazing things about being a Beyonce fan, especially if you've been a Beyonce fan for like damn near most of your life, like many of us.
For her entire career.
So to see those like human moments that you can be like, oh, well, Beyonce feels gross and ashy plenty of times too.
Right.
She's still Beyonce. So
right.
Certainly I can put some lotion on my elbows and do whatever the fuck it is that I do.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to stop eating bread because not eating bread is not going to make me Beyonce.
Bread's yummy.
Yeah, bread's so good, you know.
Doesn't agree with me anymore. But.
And she said over and over, like, child, what I did was fucking crazy and I'd be damned if I push myself like
she said,
again.
I'm hungry. Like, I know you are, sweetheart.
Especially because I know everybody else got snacks. These kids got snacks. Everybody is eating except Beyonce. Like, bitch, I know you hungry.
Blue's like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, you can't have no sugar. You can't have no carbs. You can't have no fiber.
Dang. Oh, well.
Woo! Can somebody pass the Snickers?
Come Coachella, it's going to be worth it, sis. These peanut M&Ms
you know,
are banging.
and that's Beyonce putting all that stress on herself and pushing herself to.
And that's why she's the best,
right? It is. It's like I certainly don't encourage anybody else to go through and do no crazy shit like that unless you just wanted to be a vegan real bad. But even vegans eat sugar, so I just was like, sis. But at the same time, I understand because that pregnancy really did a number on her. It really did, and we obviously did not know that because she don't go on Instagram Live and tell us her fucking business like y'all's faves do.
Hey, man.
Okay. But also because she looked so goddamn gorgeous every time she stepped out, like for pictures with Blue when they went to the movie premiere or whatever. She always looks so fucking beautiful that it's just like, look at this woman. Invented multiples.
Her first rehearsal afterwards, girl, I forgot how big them titties got.
Yeah. She still looked
she
maternal.
was so pregnant.
She really looked maternal, and it's like,
and the fact that they weren't planning a pregnancy at all, much less twins.
Right.
Mama was like, oh,
okay, well, this is what.
All right, well, God don't make mistakes.
Okay,
let's do this. I guess.
Sure you don't. I'm just gonna have these babies, and I'm certain she doesn't, regret that in any way. But beautiful family, beautiful person. And it was just so nice to see Beyonce talk about shit that I have struggled with, like to identify with Beyonce, like the words she's saying, as opposed to just her lyrics.
And all of those young, talented people from all across the country and wherever and world, honestly, who went out there to do I don't even, maybe it's because I hadn't watched the show in a while since the documentary, but I forgot how many different kinds of performers there were, from the steppers
so many.
To the line dancers, that sis
double baton
who killed that baton. There were so many different kinds of dancing and instruments and singing and stuff like that. So there was so much talent in the room, and I'm sure that is, like many of them said, going to be moments that they can show their grandkids and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. And the background vocals really just came through. I guess that's what happens when you actually have the mixed and mastered product instead of the bootleg. But I could not hear the background singers so clearly for the past year that I've been listening to this. So when I played it today, I was like, wait, you bitches were back there harmonizing. Yeah. And it's like, of course you were, but there are so many moving parts. Like Beyonce said, 200 people on stage, and, there's cameramen and everybody's got a direction. There is so much to do. It was like 8-10 months of nonstop work and just pouring so much into it. Every little detail meaning something.
You bitches waiting on another album and you're actually missing the real signs. Mama is trying to tell you that she's about to open an HBCU on you, bitch. All of the girls are going to be trying to go to Blue Ivy University when it opens in 2020 or whenever
she sounded really sad about not having a college experience, and especially a black college experience. But we appreciate your sacrifice to do everything you have done for us, Beyonce. And I hope you had the homecoming of your dreams, because, bitch, that was some black ass shit.
It was a homecoming of my dreams.
It absolutely was.
So
from the very goddamn beginning with that cape.
That saunter.
Bitch. But I think when Drunken Love went into the swag surf, I think that's where I was like, all right, I'm just going to lay down and let my soul evaporate.
I have stand for Beyonce's walk since Beyonce. So as soon as she turned around and started to do that strut, I knew I was in another planet.
Yep.
So honestly, from there, it just it continues to get better. One thing I do want to request, though, I will ask this much of Parkwood: if we could have a DVD Blu-ray, I will also take a 4K, like a UHD, because Netflix can take things down. I don't know if there's like a deal or whatever.
It's probably like you can run this for a year and then it's not going to be on Netflix.
I mean, but they put Netflix originals on DVD. You know,
but is it really a Netflix original?
No. I mean, well, it's described as Netflix original.
Okay.
I think it's a Netflix original for as long as whatever the deal is or however that deal works. But like their original shows like Kimmy Schmidt and stuff like that, you can find like actual DVD and Blu-ray of it. So I don't think this needs to be different. I don't even know if they would have to be the ones to...
I mean, good luck. I don't think Beyonce let DVD distribution be in the... No, you do, but I don't think she did that.
I want to own it.
Beyonce's like, you can stream it. You're welcome.
I want to own it.
You may stream it. You're welcome. You can't have it. Same way you niggas begged and pleaded for Mrs. Carter to be on DVD. Same way you niggas begged for On the Run 2 to be on DVD.
In 20 years, when Netflix doesn't exist anymore, or it's become like, a chip that you put in the back of your head or whatever, and it's not on there anymore, I want to have a hard copy of something that I can show your grandchildren because I'm not having any.
At that point, DVD players will be obsolete. Nobody will even have one. It'll be like trying to find a cassette recorder these days. It just doesn't...
That much more.
By then, Blue Ivy will have her own streaming platform like Disney, and we'll be able to watch all the archives of her childhood.
Disney Plus.
Me too, especially because it's not even that expensive.
It's like $7.99, I think, or $7.
Something, or like for the year, it's like $65 or something like that. I was like, yes, bitch,
for Disney's
I sure
whole
will.
ass library.
I sure will, bitch. I
like
sure will.
Like every movie that says Disney on it.
I'm tired of streaming services though. I have like 5 of them at this point. It don't make no fucking sense.
It's true.
But yeah.
Thanks, Beyonce. You're the best.
Yes, girl. I needed that right in the middle of my week to push me through and give me some encouragement and guidance. It really meant a lot to me. I'm going to go back and write some things down.
There are other things in here. Congratulations to Sierra and her husband. Well, mostly her husband. Russell Wilson is the highest paid player in that league.
Yes, I saw that.
He's got a 4-year deal with the Seattle Seahawks, which is where he was playing before anyway. And I know things. And $140 million.
Well, go the fuck
140 million of those damn things.
Amen.
For 4 more years. So he's excited. Sierra was all on Watch What Happens Live joking about getting a new Hermes bag. I'm sure they're going to have loads of celebratory. The joke is that she said A.
Right.
Like, as if
the joke is that you think her baby not getting one as well.
Right. In each color. So congrats to them. And I love it. I love the story. I
love that little family.
Joked about matching dreads to, I think I called him Carlton once. I said he was kind of like the Carlton of the football league. Yeah. But these are all jokes and I'm happy for you.
Yeah, because you know what? I'll take a good nigga over a Future any fucking day of the week.
Or a past, if you know what the fuck I'm saying.
Both of Sierra's kids look just like they daddies, but you know what? That's all right,
true.
Girl. You hang in there. One day,
that's
one
right.
of them kids will look like you.
Okay?
One day.
Fuck that.
Little Future is so adorable, and I just love the 4 of them together. I love the way he constantly talks about how much he loves his wife and kids. So
they stand for each other.
Congratulations, Mr. Wilson.
How old is Russell Wilson?
I don't know, but young I don't think is it.
I'm glad he's younger than I think he is.
I mean, he's 30-something. If I had to guess, I would say 33.
He's 30.
Wow, okay.
88. So
he is younger than I thought.
Wow.
Wait, so how old is Sierra?
Sierra's got to be like maybe a year or so older.
What? Why did I think
because Sierra's definitely
my
older
age?
Than me.
Oh, she's 33. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cute.
Well, anyway, adorable couple, gorgeous children, and rich-ass blacks.
I bet they have like 50 Shades of Grey sex. I don't know what that is because I didn't really watch that or read the books like that.
Well, so I think that's not a compliment. Because I think 50 Shades of Grey was like trying to be nasty and provocative. But
then it turned into like some dark thriller stalkish
I also
shit.
did not really look at it, but
well, I'm just saying.
From people
I bet they have a thrilling freak nasty sex life.
All right.
I bet they do. I hope they do.
Sienna.
I want that for her.
Sienna Princess Wilson. Wow.
Work out, Sienna Princess.
I mean, and I'm sure that's exactly what she is in that house.
Right?
She's like young jury.
Come. I would like
Come.
a grape nut ice cream. Thank you very much.
Grape nut ice cream
Is yummy.
What?
Have you never had grape nut ice cream?
Nigga, what?
Is it maybe a Jamaican thing?
Got to be.
Or maybe an island thing?
Grape nut like the cereal?
Yeah.
You make it into ice cream?
Well, no, it's like vanilla ice cream with grape nuts in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's so good.
Is it really?
It's so good.
Okay, I'm not gonna knock it till I try it.
When I grew up, it was like my favorite ice cream.
Grape nuts.
I haven't had it in so long.
It's not even like no shade. It's not exactly no popping ass cereal. I don't.
Well, I don't. It's not. It's like I don't know how to describe it. Y'all gonna have to help me tomorrow.
I mean, they have. I mean, I'm looking at it right now.
It's not like the cereal. It's like
it's not
grape
cereal
nuts.
mixed into the ice cream.
No, it's not like the grape nut cereal mixed into the ice cream. Maybe.
Okay. Well,
It kind of is.
All right.
A little bit.
Okay. You know
I don't know.
I'm gonna just ask some other Jamaicans.
It kind of is. But
Wow,
it's like
when you Google grape nut ice cream, Jamaica comes up in the suggestions.
I'm telling you, maybe it's us. I don't know.
Oh, I think
But it is classic. It's so yummy.
No, another company makes it. They call it a New England favorite.
Fuck that.
Well, it probably came from Jamaica. But
Absolutely. It might not.
I'm gonna.
I don't know.
One, I just love for Black people to take the.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
It's so good.
Oh, you can't have it no way. It's glucose all in there.
I mean, well, yeah, it's ice cream. I've been like that. Period. I just can't now. So, age. Well, it's yummy. Anyways, congratulations to Russell again on your big payday. On the opposite side of things, R. Kelly got negative $13 in one of his bank accounts. Apparently, a couple hundred in the other. So.
I mean, been there.
Bitch, when I first saw this headline, it said something like, R. Kelly has negative $13 in his account. And like, it was a retweet from somebody that said, bitch, me too, and so it ain't special.
Do you know how
like,
many times I have overdrafted? And now what? How many people in this country are overdrafted right now?
hey, don't nobody know who the fuck I am.
That's right,
so
bitch. I was just broke as shit.
What the fuck you want? We don't care,
Collecting
bitch.
change in my car so I could go eat off the dime menu, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I do not give one damn about R. Kelly being broke. Tell his old trifling ass fans who want to go fund every fucking thing to go give him some fucking money and stay out my face.
So some 3LW beef reheated this week.
No, gross. That sounds like sad, tired leftovers.
Yeah, like that chicken.
Because 3LW, right. I thought ever since somebody threw that chicken at you in Popeyes, nothing was the same.
It was KFC apparently. I thought it was Popeyes,
right. It
too.
was KFC. You right. I remember because I think they said it was some mashed potatoes involved.
There
as
was.
well. Why do I remember this story?
So, Naturi Naughton was on a recent episode of Uncensored on TV One, which I guess is like unsung.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And she's basically just talking about, her career from 3LW to, she talks about Lil' Kim. You remember Lil' Kim being pissed at her being cast as Kim in that Notorious movie?
Yes. Very vaguely, but yes, I do.
She's talking about that for a bit and some other things. But the thing that got the most attention was her retelling this story about her last day in 3LW, where I guess it sounds like they were in maybe the drive-through or the parking lot of a KFC. They started arguing about some stuff. And according to Naturi, like, there had just been typical shady record label stuff, especially for young girls in that time.
Yeah.
You too dark, your voice don't sound like it needs to, you're not
together.
enough. Right. So, like, what the fuck is even the issue? And you had Homegirl singing lead because she should have been for, for like the whole first album, we got to know him and stuff like that.
Right.
And then for whatever. So I don't even... Fine. So apparently there was already tension among the group and with the label and the adults fucking, tormenting these kids, allegedly. And they get into this argument, according to Naturi. She says yes. They actually... First she said that people ask her all the time, did she really get chicken thrown at her? She's like, chicken and mashed potatoes.
Oh, so wow. She clarified.
according to her, Keely is the one who threw this stuff at her after they started fighting and cussing each other out. She got out of the car. That was it for her. And she claims that they left her in the parking lot of that KFC.
I think I remember hearing all of this that same night.
Which I feel like it's the same thing that she said when she talked about it like in 2000 or whatever the fuck.
I remember this.
Keely Williams, who is probably the one that people hear from the least because she is just at home taking care of her kids. And she's married as well.
Since
or
the sex was spectacular?
I'm guessing she's putting that behind her.
Okay.
You know I've never forget about that.
I mean, because the video was just so bad.
What was that?
I don't know what the hell she was going through. Maybe it was her, I'm grown now, don't associate me with little kid shit no more.
Fine. But there's like...
It was not well done.
There's like I'm a Slave for You, Dirty by Christina.
Oh, yeah.
And there's whatever that was. You know? There's whatever that was. Like, that wasn't...
It wasn't good. It was not good.
Loads of like child stars or like younger artists, especially, you know, wider ones, have, you know, like, have had like an album or a look or something where they're like, I am no longer a child. I have grown.
Right.
Sex is in my life.
A woman.
Yes.
Yeah, they do
I have breasts. Like, whatever. So...
Right, but
sure, but that was strange.
I don't think people got that vibe from her. I think people watched that video and were like,
"Are you okay?"
Reach out to her, right? Is everything all right?
It was odd.
Because I'm worried that you're not like actually doing okay in your life. It didn't give me Britney Spears, you know.
And I think that she tried to say afterwards that it was like there was supposed to be some sort of message about it, about like.
What's the message?
I don't know.
Oh,
one
didn't she
night
say
stands
that? Like to use condoms or something?
I don't remember.
Girl, the message, whatever the message was, it got lost.
It was lost to me. So
see, you
that's
should have
all I'm
rehearsed
saying.
again, like Beyonce. You should have had somebody watching to let you know, hey, girl, the vision's not translating to the audience. I just want you to know, whatever you trying to do, we don't get it. We not catching it.
Keely like recently had a baby too. And
good for her.
Yeah, she basically got on Instagram and said, you know, she heard about the story coming back up and claims, you know, that Notori is lying about being left in a parking lot for one. She said something like, why are you making up these new lies 20 years later where the old lie's not enough or they're not working anymore or something like that. So she kind of implying that all of it is untrue to me.
Okay.
Which...
I mean,
I don't know why this girl would pretend that you threw fried chicken at her. Like,
yeah, I don't believe that, especially because what you just described as her saying is exactly what I remember her saying back when it first happened.
I didn't hear anything new.
And honestly, this just seemed like some shit y'all would do. Seemed like y'all would throw chicken and mashed potatoes at the dark-skinned girl in the
We
group.
were very young kids and stuff like that, girl, but like... On one end, I sort of understood, like, if you are genuinely just at home minding your business, not even interested in being in the entertainment industry anymore, and somebody is talking about you on TV and something that you did, some dumb shit that you did when you were a kid, I get being annoyed. But, like, if you know that you did that and y'all are not on good terms, like, then keep breastfeeding your baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't, the gag is we don't even care.
Yeah.
Like, from any side of this,
right. That's
I don't give a shit.
Not at all. Like, you could have said nothing and we would have felt the exact same way. Like, I think you need to just remember, ultimately, you're Keely Williams. In 2019, that is not a name that sparks a whole lot of recognition or, like, people really being thirsty about the ins and outs.
That's no shade.
It's not. In fact, it's a blessing.
Hey!
People are not actually deep diving through your trash and trying to figure out your deepest, darkest secrets and, like, bribe your family and friends for tea on your life. So, like, who gives a fuck if somebody got something to say about you? But, like, I don't have a reason to disbelieve. It's Notori, right?
Right.
I don't have a reason to not believe her, especially because the story is still the same.
Right, and I just can't imagine anybody, like, seeing Keely Williams at the grocery store or something and spitting at her feet because she threw chicken at this girl.
Or maybe Keely just threw it and she wasn't, like, trying to throw it in Notori's face, but then it happened that way. I really don't know. Or maybe her recollection is different because...
It don't even matter.
Everybody's emotions was all over the place.
You could have literally mushed the mashed potatoes in this girl's face intentionally. It was 20 years ago. Most of us do not care care.
It couldn't
You
have
seem,
been.
I mean, well, I don't know if it was 20 years ago. I think that's what they said. It was, if it was 20 years ago, it was damn sure close.
Oh, wow. I guess
So-
3LW was like late 90s.
It was a long time ago,
Holy
sis.
shit,
Like,
man. Oh my God, I'm so old.
Like Keely's like, you're on a hit show. Why do you need this? She DM'd her asking.
Keely
of course,
Naturi.
Because of course the Shade Room put the clip of Keely up on there, and Naturi like put a bunch of laughing emojis on the comment. She's like, she can post on the Shade Room, but she's not responding to blah blah blah. It's like, okay, this girl's having success on her show. Adrian is having success on The Real, and you seem to be enjoying not being famous and being a mother. So it's like, this happened so long ago. None of us really care, girl. Like, you don't even have to go to the ends of the earth to do any of this. Unless you want to square up and fight the girl. Because, like, you know what I'm saying?
Unless that's it. Like, bitch, stop lying on me. Let's just fucking fight.
You know?
At this point, it's just like, I don't even know why anybody is still asking Naturi about that. I wonder if she, like, rolled her eyes before she answered it.
It being what it was makes sense to me, because I heard about this when I saw the clip of Keely first. I didn't see what Naturi said. So at first I was kind of like, well, why is she talking about that? I assumed that maybe it was like an interview that she was doing, like promoting Power or something.
Charlamagne's messy ass asked.
You never, right?
Right, because that's how you do.
Case you could be like, girl, I'm not talking about that. But it being a show like Uncensored, where you have to know you're going to talk about that. You're talking about your career.
Right. It is that place where, you're right, I forgot the context of where she was talking about this. So yeah, that show is where people go back over their past and talk about the major events that people remember.
Right.
Or whatever. So if I were Keely, I would have just logged on off and kept breastfeeding. But you know, like, girl,
I don't care.
It's part of the history at this point. Just here's the thing, girl. We don't care. Like, it's really going to be over and nobody's going to give a shit.
Like, I get what you're saying about, oh, well, she's on this successful show. Why does she even care about this anymore?
I mean, but that's why she's
I
doing
would
it
ask
unsung.
you that more than her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
it makes sense that she brought it up, but you're the one reacting to it and on a personal level. So it's kind of like, what's going on with you? Like, what are you feeling?
Public opinion shouldn't really matter to you if you're simply just trying to be a mom and mind your personal business.
Maybe she feels away because the other two are working and she's not.
Maybe she does.
Maybe, but like, that don't mean you should turn around and then project that all over everybody.
If you threw chicken at the girl, you threw chicken at the girl. Like, what the fuck?
My only question is, why the fuck you ain't eat it? But it was KFC, so you know, they hit or miss, depending on which location you at, to be honest. But like, bitch, had that been some JR Crickets or something, I would have been real confused. I would have been real confused. Like, oh, excuse me? Or some red beans and rice out Popeyes? Bitch, we're not throwing none of that.
That's a solid fact.
I'd be goddamn, bitch. No, we eating them red beans and rice. Throw one of them hard ass biscuits.
Woo! That is so
Let
true.
it go, girls.
Speaking of petty shit, so this Tierra Marie 50 Cent thing is still going on.
No way.
If you don't know about this, that's what I said.
What?
Really quickly, if you don't know, Tierra Marie, I think last year, had a sex tape leak with the nigga that she was on Love and Hip Hop with, who is now her ex or whatever.
Oh, right.
And I think 50 Cent in his shady, petty Instagram persona that he has that people seem to love, reposted like a screenshot of it or something on his Instagram or whatever. And so Tierra Marie went after him, as well as the ex, in this like revenge porn lawsuit that she had. She lost the case to him.
Oh, Lord.
He was awarded $30,000 and has been harassing her about it via Instagram with all sorts of memes ever since.
What shit?
I guess what he didn't expect was that she has little to nothing to lose, so she has sort of joined in on the petty parade. Most recently, she released a diss record called I Ain't Got It.
I'm going to bed. No, I'm going the fuck to bed.
This is true news. This is a fact that actually happened. Tia Marie has a song. It's available on iTunes right now. It's called I Ain't Got It.
No, it isn't.
Please witness the single cover. It is...
Not this fucking emoji shrugging over a 50 Cent piece. I hate her.
She made the cover of the single.
I'm finna look it up on
Instagram.
iTunes right.
Let me play my favorite part of the song, actually. I'm just going to give you girls a solid taste.
No, I know it's not in my library,
This is my
girl.
favorite. If Can I?
I want you to look for it in Apple Music, girl.
Y'all some lame ass niggas. I'm a Detroit bitch. Fuck these hating assholes. Send them all, get off my dick.
What? Hating ass niggas, I'm a Detroit bitch. Why do people, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to just let it go. But like, why do people always love to tell us where they from when they not really finna fight nobody? Like, girl, who cares you from Detroit? What is you finna do?
I have asked that question like for as long as I can remember. I know Detroit breeds some real ones, but like, what does that have to do with you?
Right. And what does that have to do with this situation? Like, who you finna fight? No goddamn body. You ain't got it. You've already told us.
Niggas from fucking like Idaho could beat your ass.
Right,
Like
exactly.
it doesn't. What do we do with? I hear you.
We don't care, sis.
So she released this fucking song that made me burst. I just
and she gonna have to give every penny from the stream to 50 Cent.
absolutely, because I mean you lost. You lost like this. It's what it is. It's like I don't. So
Well, and streaming pays like nothing, so it might
Next.
be a grand total of $12 she get.
not only that, but she also went on Instagram and said something about like she was doing like a giveaway for like $500 each.
Mm-hmm.
To some people who I don't remember what she wanted them to do. But it was like, so wait, you have $500 giveaway money, but you're not.
I mean, I have $500 giveaway money, but not $30,000. Judgment money.
Yeah, I suppose.
But if I owe $30,000 to somebody, I'm not going to be giving out $500 on Instagram either. It's kind of like
I guess that's what's supposed to like add to the petty or whatever.
Right, that seems kind of ridiculous. Like, shouldn't you be saving your 500s or sending them over to 50 Cent?
Well, I read that 50 Cent.
He don't even really want that money. He just want to fuck with her.
Of course, he doesn't like give a fuck about the money.
Right.
He is just fucking with her because she decided to sue him for posting whatever he posted.
Them damn Mona storylines got her caught up, man.
He responded to the diss track by allegedly trademarking "I Ain't Got It" and making shirts
What?
so that she can't use. It's brilliant.
You can't be serious. He trademarked "I Ain't Got It." What? You can't be serious. I have to look
I
this
said,
up.
what kind of Lee Daniels presents ass bullshit is that y'all are doing? What is this? What is
Y'all
this?
have been taking way too many notes
What
from
is
Tyler
this?
Perry because this
Stop.
is too much.
Enough.
What the fuck? This nigga, petty ain't even the word.
They are both really petty, but it's like they're trying to like spy versus spy it and see who can out petty who. I mean, at the end of the day, you lost that
I hate this
that
nigga.
lawsuit.
I hate this
to
nigga.
agree. But like,
No, I hate this nigga.
if this nigga really trademarked that shit,
Oh my God. And here you go. He posted a picture of somebody wearing an "I Ain't Got It" shirt. This girl in this pink wig. What the fuck? I hate that nigga.
why are you guys doing it? I can't.
This nut thinks she not gonna pay. Somebody tell her they will lock her ass up for not responding in New York.
I mean, like, you do have to like do you. I mean, the law. I mean, girl.
Oh wait, is this Tierra Marie in that shirt?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. You
That didn't look like her. Let me
I
see.
don't really know what she looks like no more. Maybe after rehab things are different. Cause he said, "Bitch, that's
Oh,
a
no.
new wig."
No, that is her.
Cause that look like.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's her.
that is a pretty color too. What color wig is that, girl? That's cute. That look like a lemon
I
strawberry.
see that color
Starburst.
all the time. I don't
That's
know what
cute.
it do
I
look like a
that.
pink starburst.
So who ain't? You know what? He.
God bless them,
He's
everyone.
just gonna keep being an asshole. He's gonna keep being an asshole. Nobody's going to stop him. Niggas love it.
Yeah, they
so
do love it.
They're not gonna. He's not gonna stop.
He isn't. Oh well.
Well,
Last but not least, Wendy Williams is taking a step into freedom.
to freedom. That's literally what I said when I saw the news. I was like, "That's right, Wendy. We taking the shackles off our feet, bitch. We dancing in 2019, ho."
I can't. So Wendy has reportedly fired her husband, Kevin Hunter, as executive producer on her show. Fired him as her manager.
Yes.
As he's been for like
Her whole career.
Yeah, like her
Right.
whole career.
Yeah, for real. Alive.
Reportedly gave him 48 hours to clear his shit. Get your shit
Get your shit.
and get out.
Get your shit. Or I'm going to put it all in the car and set it on fire, bitch. You think I'm not Bernadette?
By the way, that Ferrari that you bought your slut I want it. You're whore.
I'll be taking that right back. Thank you so much. Not making the payments on that. No more. No, sir. You know what? Good for her, because there's only so much public embarrassment a person can take.
I mean, come on now. Come on now.
And firing him just needed to be done. As your husband and business-wise as well. He needed to go. Kevin didn't have no respect for you and the work you have put in to be where you are right now, sis. And you just deserve better than that.
They're literally, nobody ever really cared about Kevin.
Just like Mary J. Blige's husband who cheated on her and now is...
What was his name?
Getting alimony. I don't even remember.
Right. Exactly.
Mr. Blige. Don't even remember. Ken something? Don't matter.
Bitch. So, beat it. I heard that he gave some fucking apology that nobody cares about.
Nope.
But Wendy seems quite happy. She, didn't really talk about it because she doesn't ever really talk about this stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't either.
I get it. But, she says she understands that her business is our business or whatever. I guess that's like a saying on her show. Like, their business is our business.
I mean, that's probably how she justifies being in everybody's business.
Right. So
turnabout is fair play, bitch. That's how that works.
Right, and she gets that. She said that she, supposed to be moving out of this sober house soon. She's been spending time with her sister. Apparently, she's going to be... Charlamagne called her and asked to go to dinner, so it looks like they may be friends again.
Very
Isn't
nice.
that nice?
No, that is nice.
And she is stepping into a new stage of her life for her and her son, and I'm happy
Good
for her.
for her. That's honestly incredible.
Absolutely.
I love anybody who is ending a shitty, stressful situation and stepping out on new faith and doing some new shit. It's hard.
Hey,
hard, right? Whether you're rich and famous like Wendy Williams or not, it's just a difficult thing to do. So, good for her. Wait. I'm sorry. I still have 50 Cent's Instagram pulled up.
God only knows what you just saw.
Well, he posted a video clip of Wendy, and the caption says...
don't read it. Don't read it. I don't want to know.
I mean, okay.
I know it's bad.
It has something to do with Charlamagne. It says, Charlamagne, your wife must have told you, fuck this, you gonna take one for the team. You nasty boy for real. The fuck is wrong with you? What? Now I want to know what the video is. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to play it.
Is it the video?
I was minding my own business last
Well,
night.
no, I can tell you what she says.
Oh, okay. So you know this video?
Yes.
Okay.
She says that she was at home chilling and DJ Booth, who was her DJ, called her and asked her to go out to dinner. But the way that she said it, it was like the audience was reacting like, oh, I'm going out on a date with DJ Booth.
Okay.
And she was like, oh, and then Charlamagne called me. He asked me to go out to dinner. And I was like, oh, well, Booth asked me to go out to dinner. And he was like, oh, I know him. Like, why don't we both take you to dinner? So, I mean,
okay.
Everybody knows that Charlamagne is married.
So 50 Cent is just being a dumbass.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just being petty. That's his Insta lore.
Let me get off of this.
That's his Insta lore.
This is a dark-sided individual.
Yeah, Wendy, you have said some trifling shit, but so have I, sis. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. And fuck these niggas at the end of the day.
I'm very much at a place where whoever wants to say whatever, it is what the fuck it is, you know? We're all just human beings on this here earth. We're not going to get it right every time. So.
And fuck these niggas.
That is you know what? And here go a new video with DeVal and Kadeen. This is the type of content I came to Instagram for. This is what I want.
Oh my God. When he came back, I think he was in LA recently and he came back and he had all the boys like in the living room and stuff. And he was like, oh, did you guys miss me and stuff like that. And they were like paying it, right? And then he like went one by one with the kids. And Kaz, who gets his hair braided now, like what?
I can't.
My God, stop growing.
He's so cute.
He's like the most adorable thing, right? But then they go to Cairo.
That little boy been beautiful.
He's like, Cairo, do you miss me? Why did Cairo smack him in the face and say, no?
And actually stop asking.
That one right there.
The cutest family.
Anyways.
Cute, just so adorable. That's what I need. Rinse that 50 Cent bullshit out of my brain. Hallelujah.
Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. I broke into my sleep.
You did. You broke into your sleep voice.
That bitch brought NSYNC out on her set, I saw.
Did she really?
I saw her performing with NSYNC at Coachella.
See, I didn't. I did not catch
I'm assuming
that
it
because I
wasn't
didn't think
all
I
of
wanted
NSYNC.
to see that. But
I saw
damn.
I'm pretty sure I saw like an Insta story clip. It was like 15 seconds.
Did she do that for the olds, or do young people like NSYNC too? Like, I wonder, do they listen to it ironically? Like,
Probably. I don't know.
probably do. Like, bitch.
Oh,
my
yeah.
aunt's music.
Because absolutely. I'm sure a great percentage of Ariana Grande's fan base is
They're
like,
like,
oh my God, my
bitch,
grandma
y'all not on this
loves
NSYNC.
NSYNC.
My auntie took me to a concert when I was 5. I'll never forget it. Meanwhile, I was fully grown. So, but
Oh my God,
good job.
I love Justin Timberlake's. My grandma told me all about him.
Oh man. All right.
Thanks for listening to Hot Tops, Invasion of the Bottom Snatchers. We're going to take a break and then we're going to come back and read your letters. Bye. Hey guys, what if 2019 was all about slowing down and being mindful? One can wish. Imagine how many goals you could accomplish then. That is why we're excited to partner with Calm, the #1 app to help you meditate, sleep, and relax. Practices like meditation and prioritizing sleep can leave you feeling more rested so you can have the energy to go out and achieve your goals. And if you head to calm.com/theread, you'll get 25% of a Calm premium subscription, which includes hundreds of hours of programs like guided meditations on issues like anxiety, stress, and focus. Issues that I have abundantly, including a brand new meditation each day called the Daily Calm. Sleep stories, which are bedtime stories for adults designed to help you relax before you doze off. And you can head to the lavender fields of France with Stephen Fry or explore New Zealand with Jerome Flynn from Game of Thrones, which we need to talk about.
Oh, yes, we do need to talk about that. But I have actually signed up for the Calm app. I did use my own discount code. That may be trifling, it may not. But why not, girl? A code is a code.
Right.
And it has been so helpful. Like, meditation and journaling is part of my mental health journey that I really need to work on. And I haven't been, especially with like focusing on gratitude and ways to release anxiety. And so the guided meditations have been incredible for me already just in like the past week since I've signed up. But nigga, the bedtime stories are it. Like, I literally fall asleep. I don't remember the end of them because I put one on and like 8 minutes later, I am completely knocked out. It's so great. I am loving Calm. I think y'all will too. You can get 25% off a Calm premium subscription at calm.com/theread. That's CALM.com/theREAD. Unlimited access to all of Calm's incredible content today at calm.com/theread. Give yourself the gift of Calm and keep 2019 going in the right direction, or, you know, start to steer it in that direction. Whatever you need to do. All right, let's get back to the show.
All right, we're back. It is time for listener letters.
It is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may just read them aloud on the show. Chile. So we had a counseling psychologist respond to the mental health question that we did last week on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And said, I wanted to offer the suggestion of consistently shifting your attention from others to yourself every time that automatic thought comes up, and just making sure that you consciously shift away from it. It's less about focusing on not caring what others think and more about focusing on being okay, just being you, and whatever that looks like for you. Once you're more comfortable with yourself, you are automatically less shaken by what you think others think of you. Everything starts with self. XO, Jess. Jess, you are 100% correct about that. The more sure you are of who you are as a human being, the less you give a fuck what anybody else has to think about your human beingness.
Yeah.
It's just facts. So
I think that's a continuous training because you go through so many eras of who you are and so many different stages of who you are, what you tolerate, what your behavior is, how you like express your morality and shit like that.
Yeah.
It changes all of the time. So it's like important to be in tune with that as often as you can and be open to the fact that sometimes you're going to shift. And you know what? Sometimes I'm not going to deal with some shit that I dealt with last year because this year is this year. And bitch, so what's up?
Sometimes you're just doing great and nothing can faze you. And then sometimes you're like, wow, bitch, I cannot do anything. I am absolute trash. My life will never go anywhere. So, you know, it's all just a process where you learn to lean into the crappy, shitty feelings and just work your way through and breathe through them shits. The Calm app has helped me a lot with shit like that. Like, I was amazed at how much it just kind of immediately helped me with taking away some anxieties and stuff like that. But anyway, good luck to you and everybody else who is struggling with like really being worried about what other people think about you. Our next question comes from Chaster. Chaster says, I've been dating my boyfriend for a year now. I always find a way for us to spend the night at his place instead of mine because he has a king-size bed and it's the perfect size for both of us.
Oh.
The bed in my apartment is a full size and the frame is an antique. It was my great-great-grandmother's.
Work.
My boyfriend has a lot to love, although I'm not sure of his exact weight.
Wow.
And if he slept in my bed, I'm afraid it may break because it's so old. This time, though, he wouldn't budge about spending the night at my place. He insisted I give him 3 reasons why we shouldn't spend the night at my place. I told him that my bed is old, and he said, so you think the bed may break if I sleep in it? And I told him yes. How do you speak your truth while protecting the feelings of others? He's very upset with me now and hasn't really talked to me since. I don't know what I can do to make it right. I apologized, and I hate that I made him feel bad. It was not my intention at all because I was not coming from a malicious place. I was being honest, and I feel like this has completely blown up in my face. Any advice is welcome. Thanks, Chapter.
This is why I'm single.
Yeah, I can't be this worried about somebody else's feelings.
I mean, what the fuck you want me to do?
Sorry, but sir, don't ask the question if you don't want the answer.
I told you.
Right.
I don't.
I think you feel bad about this for no good reason. Honestly, I do.
I mean, not wanting to have hurt his feelings is a good reason to me, but I mean, it's not like you were like, "No, bitch, your big ass can't get in my motherfucking bed." Like you didn't want to say anything.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and that's a real concern. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, "Oh, I'm hating on you because you big." It's like there are weight limits for furniture.
It's an old fucking
and old shit tends to be rickety,
right?
And so shit falls apart, dog. And I'm like concerned if you have a bigger mattress and a sturdier frame, then why wouldn't we want to? It's kind of like this is just a fact of life and not something to be hurt by. So it makes me feel like he has issues around his body that make him feel like, talking about it means you're being mean about it. I mean, I feel like it's just acknowledging the realities of
what do you want
our existence. Right. What can you even do about that? So what do? Do you call your man and be like, come over and let's talk about it on the bed? Or do you just...
I mean, I guess I would, and I would stress to him after apologizing that I don't have an issue with his weight, assuming you don't.
Right. I mean,
but
you clearly don't. Y'all been together for a year.
Right.
So, shit.
I sleep with you all the time, girl.
Right.
I just have an old ass bed.
Right.
It might break.
And I feel like it would be more embarrassing for you for the bed to break in the middle of the night than for me to just say up front, I have concerns about this. I'm not understanding his anger or his hurt feelings about it. I'm not understanding his emotional reaction.
It's like you said, I think it's coming from a place of insecurity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is human and I totally understand that, but there's only so much that you can do after apologizing. There's only so much that you can say. And I mean, I guess I would try to get him to understand that it's less about your weight and more about the fact that the bed is just old, So
you're probably right. I don't tend to consider other people's, I consider their feelings, but do I care about
to an
them?
extent.
Right.
There's only so much.
And especially I struggle when people need to be constantly reassured of whatever. I really hate that. Mm-hmm. I don't do well with people who are insecure.
I get that.
It would be difficult for me, but I feel like it would be very useful and helpful for him if you told him explicitly and showed it that you are very much attracted to him, and this has nothing to do with wanting him to lose weight or not being happy with his body or anything else. It's just physics are a thing and sometimes shit don't work out. So, until I can upgrade my shit, then we're going to have to spend the night at your house. But maybe he just needs for you to show him that, I said this because it's true, but it doesn't mean I feel a negative way about you. Yeah. Maybe that's all y'all need here.
I mean,
because my immediate reaction is you should already know that I like you because I've been with you for a fucking year. So why would I still be with you?
Buy him a pizza and give him some head, and it'll be fine. Niggas,
I brought
they
you
have feelings too.
A meat deluxe, nigga, your favorite,
or some wings, whatever his snack of choice is before the game, But
yeah, I guess it's just
suck his dick.
People need to. But if he still is being weird about it and won't actually talk to you about his feelings, that's where I think y'all have an issue.
If insecurities of any kind in a relationship start to like impede on the joy in the relationship, then that's just that's just you
where it's
heading
like,
towards the end anyway, regardless of what it's about.
Because it's only so many times you can continue to tell him like, nigga, I want to fuck your body every time I see you.
Just
like,
not on this rickety ass.
I don't want us to fall in the middle of doing something nasty. And now we got to go to urgent care and explain all this lube and shit everywhere. Like, I don't want to. I'm trying to, help me, help us, nigga.
I just see when Gina got her head stuck in that headboard.
Oh my God.
In my mind. And I don't want to go through that. I don't want you to go through that. So
it don't have to be that way.
Until we can hit IKEA or some shit. I just don't know what.
Good luck, because it's hard to deal with another person's insecurities, but I think it'll be worth it to just have a
especially
real
since he set it up and then got mad because you answered the question. It's not like he heard you talking shit behind his back or like read some text messages that you sent your homegirl or whatever.
You were being a bitch. He outright asked. So
he didn't even ask like, "Oh, do you think I'm fat and ugly?" He said yes. Like, yes. Do you think the bed will break? Yes. It was my great granny's.
Do you understand that, nigga? This bed frame was made in like the 1800s. It's mostly wood, and it's barely hanging on, nigga. And it's a full on top of that. A full size bed is for one adult. That's
what I'm saying. On top of that, like, nigga,
who wants to sleep in a full, nigga?
I wouldn't want to sleep in the bed. No.
I sleep in a queen, and that's by myself. And sometimes I'll be like, I should be able to roll over 4 more times without getting out this bed. Sometimes I really be thinking like, I think I deserve a California king.
Because if you've experienced the California king,
you'll never go back
by yourself.
You'll never let a nigga in your house again.
It is an amazing feeling.
Woo! Okay, good luck to y'all. Courtney had a quick question. She said, since we're in prom season, wanted to know if either of you went to. It is prom season, yes. Did either of you go to your senior prom? If so, what was your experience?
I sure did not.
Okay, I went with zero help from my mother. She was not into really, any ungodly social event. She was had it been appraised then, she would have drove me, to rehearsals and sewn my costume herself. But prom, she was like, if you want to go, I guess, but spend your own money on that.
That got nothing to do with me.
I had to go buy my own dress and shoes, paid for my own hair to get done and all that. Went with my friends. It was cool, but I wasn't like popular. People weren't like falling all over themselves to be with me. I didn't get drunk or high or nothing. Like I left and went right back home. I was a square, so
I was always more interested in the idea of prom than actually being at prom. I never homecomings, proms. That did your high schools go to go on like senior trips to like theme parks and shit?
Them niggas went to Mexico. My mama wouldn't let me go. She said I couldn't go on the senior trip.
If your mama wasn't about to support prom,
you
damn sure weren't going out the country with these.
They went on an HBCU tour. Oof. Couldn't go on that either.
I know so many conceptions.
Oh man, one of my friends got a nickname, Hoover, because of how much she was sucking on that trip. Oh. So I see why my mama didn't want me to go. Like I kind of understand some of the ways that she was like trying to protect me from the world, but a lot of it is just like, man, I did not have regular experiences that a lot of y'all have because my mama was so overprotective and barely had a prom, but I don't think it was anything like, especially not what these young people are doing now. These niggas are having little weddings, okay? Bitches are putting out videos.
It's the Met Gala at every fucking high school. Like what the fuck?
Oh no, girl. What happened to, a little periwinkle princess gown and some glittery shoes
plunging necklines and a full back out.
Yes,
I'm like, oh.
Y'all are investing money, okay, into prom. It's nothing like what these kids are doing.
There's always there's always a young black girl who designed her own dress and it looks like.
And so did everything else.
Like some high fashion couture thing, and like at least 1 or 2 of those photos passes my social media every year, and I get a little bit of joy out of that. So I'm glad y'all are having fun. I hope the kids are being safe at their prom and stuff like that. And
don't do no unidentified coke or whatever at your prom, but
use condoms.
I just was not cool enough to have the kind of life that y'all had.
Yeah,
I just wasn't. Yeah, I feel like I missed out on a lot, actually.
I was a solid nerd.
All right, this last letter is so weird. I just don't.
Oh.
I just don't even know.
For you to say that before, which you usually don't.
Because I'm just so... I cannot understand how this happened. But anyway.
Okay.
This letter comes from Junie, who says, I have a male best friend who I've known for a long time. I don't have any intimate feelings for him. Most of the time, I am chilling at my aunt's house, so he and a few other friends of mine would always come over and hang out. Recently, we were having a conversation when he said, promise me you won't get mad. I knew then that I was probably going to get mad, but I said, I won't.
Probably.
He informed me that one day he went to my aunt's house when no one else was there, and they, bitch, you guessed it, had sex.
Wait.
Her male best friend had sex with her auntie. I immediately got defensive because I'm so close to my aunt and I feel like she would never do that. But on the other hand, I have my best friend who I've never had to question on anything and don't think he would lie, especially when it comes to something like this. I'm conflicted with what to do because I don't know how to get the truth or which one to believe, simply because I think my aunt would deny it if I asked. My aunt does like younger men who are still of legal age. She put that in parentheses.
I mean, it's important.
Not no high schooler shit.
Matters.
And my best friend does like older women. If this is true, I feel like cutting them both off from my life. I feel like cutting them both off from my life is the best decision because they had equal roles in this. How do you think I should go about it? Love you both, Junie. I just don't. How did this happen?
So I mean, weird. Yes.
It's so weird. I would never. It's so weird. I can't actually conceive of this because none of my aunts would ever. I can't imagine this. But I also kind of feel like ultimately it's not really your business.
I mean, I get that. And I was feeling that same way coming out of the other side.
He made it your business. He should have never told you.
That's what I feel. I feel like he should have never said anything to you at all. But at the same time, now that he has, I understand how the fuck you feel because it's like, now every time I see this nigga, I'm going to think that you fucked my aunt. Like, it's not even...
I'm going to think about it.
It's not even that like, oh, how could y'all do this to me? But like, kind of... Yeah, because you told, like, now I know.
Right. Why didn't you just keep it a secret and keep smashing my auntie without me ever knowing? Like, why didn't you just do that? Why would you tell me?
Oh, God.
Do you feel guilty about it? Do you feel conflicted? Do you think, like, maybe y'all did something wrong?
Probably, because he fucked his best friend's aunt. And that's kind of like, hey, whoa, so...
It's a little, it's weird. I cannot sit here and act like it's, just like, a friend of y'all's that he fucked and you never had feelings for him, but now he's telling you about this. Like, this is weird because it's your aunt. So I don't think you need to cut them out of your life necessarily. I see the pickle you're in though as far as your auntie is concerned, because you either going to confront her and she's going to say no and be lying, or she's going to say no and mean it, and then that means your best friend lied on her, on your auntie.
Or she's gonna say that's none of your damn business.
Oh, right. Which means yes. Right. But yeah, I don't think I would go to her about it simply because it falls outside of your business, this whole arrangement. Even though that is your best friend, that is not.
But it being her
your
best
auntie's
friend.
sex life is none of your business.
Yeah, but it being her best friend makes it kind of her business. Because now that she knows, every time she sees this nigga and her aunt, she's going to think about that and rightfully be kind of weirded out. So I think if you do address it, I would do it with him present.
Yes, same. So you can watch both of their reactions.
And that way it's out in the open that you know, they know that you know. And then you can start working towards putting it so far to the back of your mind that it eventually disappears, hopefully.
Right.
And you can end up moving on. Because I agree that maybe, I don't know that it is necessarily something to cut somebody off of. You ain't fuck
especially an aunt.
Your man or your mama or something like that. You know what I mean? Your aunt,
sister.
You're right.
Right.
Your aunt got a little freaky. You're like, all right. But I understand being wildly uncomfortable with this. And I think that
I might have to distance myself from this friend. Because what I'm not going to do
can't blame
is
you for that either.
I'm not going to go to my auntie with this. I'm absolutely not.
Especially if you feel like she's not even going to admit it. Yes, because I too would be. I'm thinking of every auntie that I know.
Yeah, and it's
I
a
too.
smooth
If
no.
that's not, I'm not doing that. You say you're close with your aunt. I don't know to what degree this is even a conversation you could have if it wasn't your best friend or what. But yeah, me knowing my aunties is not a type of chat that I would have.
Yeah.
So
no, thank you.
I would probably. If I didn't confront them, I would probably say to my friend, this is something that you could have kept to yourself.
Yes, I would have definitely let him know.
Just the fact that you fucked my aunt, but it's the fact that I now have to know that you fucked my aunt.
Why? What was the goal in telling me this? I really would need to know that from this alleged best friend.
Right.
Because why? It just doesn't make sense.
I just felt like you needed to.
Maybe you don't. Maybe you and this nigga don't need to be friends.
Maybe I'm missing something.
Right. Because I don't understand why he would come to you with that unless he felt guilty about it. But there's no reason to feel guilty. Like, y'all are two grown people. You don't need, her permission or her acceptance in order to have a sexual relationship. If I fucked my best friend's
uncle, I would feel weird about it. But I don't think I'd fuck my best friend's uncle.
Well, it depends on how fine the uncle is, I guess. I mean, some people have some fine ass uncles. But I mean, you know what? Yeah. No. Here's the issue. These people should have known that there's like a line here. There's like a weird boundary here where we should not make it uncomfortable for the person we have in common. Like, we should not make this weird for our mutual friend or whatever. Like,
and it sounds like they had sex with me. Did they have sex more than once? I can't remember.
Well, no, he says it was one day. So I don't think there's nothing here that indicates it was more than once.
I don't know. What do y'all think?
Yeah, y'all let me. This is a brain tease.
Yeah, this one was weird. Not even so much weird, but just tricky.
Right.
Because I definitely agree that, like, I don't think that there's anything necessarily wrong with the fact that these two people slept together, aside from the fact that it would make this girl incredibly uncomfortable.
Amy probably was like, see, that's why you can never tell my niece. Just never tell her. And this nigga just had to.
Why was he at the auntie house? And
Right. Why did he go back over there anyway? Knowing what nobody over there. Why was he over there?
If I catch a vibe from your uncle, I'm letting you know right now. Like, let me tell you something. Now, your uncle, I'm picking some things up.
And I'm not going to put him down.
I'm going to hold on to him for just a bit.
I'm good at holding.
You good.
I just want you to know, bitch. Your uncle. Your uncle got one more time to look at me like that.
I'm just right.
Yeah, y'all let us know what you think about this letter.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's quite the conundrum. We're going to see if we can help Junie out. That wraps up.
It's not like Homeboy who talked about how he lived at his uncle's house and fucked that man's husband.
Yes, now that was so foolish.
The man's white husband. Now that was some bullshit.
And you was staying there for free so you could go to school. Oh, now that was trifling. That was totally
his uncle's
different.
husband that was with him for as long as he was alive, apparently.
I could never sleep with somebody that I knew my uncle was sleeping with. It's just so.
Ugh.
But at least she's not fucking this best friend. That would be way worse. Like,
yeah,
that would be so trifling.
Now it's right.
But, Amy's like, that's a single young man, probably 23, 24 years old. I'm going to ride that. I'm going to go about my business.
Maybe this is something that you'll be grossed out for a while, and then eventually y'all can go have some shots of whatever your favorite alcohol is and laugh about it. I don't know.
You know what? I do think that maybe you just sit with this information and see how you feel about it.
Yeah, give yourself some time.
But right. And I think maybe it can just be a situation where you feel weird because it is weird, but it doesn't have to be, I'm cutting off my auntie or I'm never speaking to my friend again.
Because I don't think it's that deep.
It's really not. It's really not. It's just like, why?
It's just weird.
Why give me this?
Yeah.
Why give me this?
Yeah.
But ultimately, these are two grown people and you don't have a sexual relationship with either one of them. So this is not your real concern. I would just sit with the discomfort. Maybe have a conversation with your friend about why he felt the need to share that with you. But, try to get over it. I just know what I'm definitely not going to do is go to my auntie and ask her about what she's been doing with her vagina.
You know your auntie better than we do.
Hell, right. So,
I couldn't.
No, I would literally never.
Couldn't do it.
All right. Yeah, that wraps up the questions. Send yours.
I'd be upset I heard about my auntie having sex.
To ask. I actually don't want to think about that.
Right. I don't really want to think about her having sex with anybody.
Anybody. Ugh. All right. Questions to ask3@gmail.com. We will be right back.
So listen, we understand for all of you boss bees out there that looking for new hires can be quite difficult. Sometimes you get too many applicants. The process can take wild long and you need people to fill positions as soon as possible.
Right now.
And sometimes it's really hard to just find the proper candidate for the job. But there's one place that you can go where hiring is simple, fast, and smart, and that is ZipRecruiter. A place where growing businesses connect to qualified candidates. ZipRecruiter.com/TheRead is where you can go. They send your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards, but they do not stop there. With their powerful matching technology, ZipRecruiter scans thousands of resumes to find people with the right experience and invites them to apply to your job. As applications come in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one and spotlights the top candidates so you never miss a great match. I've seen comments from some of y'all before who were like, oh, I used ZipRecruiter and I found a new employee in like a day. That's how quickly it works.
Yeah, it's really incredible. It is so effective that 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter actually do get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. And right now, y'all can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/read. That's ZipRecruiter.com/THEREAD. That's ZipRecruiter.com/TheRead. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire. So go add more people to your business because you're thriving. Let's move on.
We all need someone to talk to, just a person in our life who can support us, give us some well-needed advice for all of the craziness that goes on in our everyday lives. And that is where Talkspace comes in. Talkspace is therapy for how we are living today. It is more mobile, it is affordable, and it's available whenever you need it. Simply provide your preferences for therapy, and Talkspace will match you with one of over 4,000 therapists the very same day. Send your therapist unlimited text or audio, picture, or video messages from anywhere at any time. No matter what you're going through, you're not alone, and they will be there to assist you.
Yeah, and it's just really important to remember that, like, whatever you're struggling with, you may feel like nobody else is, but I promise you somebody else is dealing with that and something else that, like, we're all just out here trying to do our very best. Talkspace has been such a huge help for me, and I feel like it can also do the same for so many of you. We've had, I don't even know how many listeners hit us up and say that their Talkspace therapist has helped get them through some really tricky and difficult times in life, which is stuff that we all face. Again, they have more than 4,000 licensed therapists who are experienced in addressing these sorts of challenges. So to match with your perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com and use code READ to get $45 off your first month. That's code READ at Talkspace.com. Take care of your mental health. Let's wrap up the show.
Okay, and it's now time for the read.
It is, and I don't technically have one, so if you would love to just do that.
Yeah, I have like just a couple of things.
I just am really not mad this week.
That's a great place to be in.
It is. It's a good one. I mean, I'm still watching the news nonstop, but you know.
Right. I think that's why I passed my latest reads, actually. I've been too focused on other things that I haven't found much to be mad at.
I mean, there's a commercial I really don't like, but
what commercial?
The Mitsubishi commercials. Mitsubishi.
Which ones?
All of them where somebody is rapping in the fucking car. I
haven't seen any of
Oh
those.
my God, they're so bad.
Besides my DVR, I haven't even watched cable.
I'm just like, who the fuck told Mitsubishi that this is what we wanted to see? Like, people rapping about, I mean, and y'all's fucking, like, niggas don't rap about Mitsubishis, girl. What is this?
Never heard of it.
Hate that whole ad campaign, but anyway.
Okay, so just a couple of things for me. I want to start by saying to Laura Ingraham, sweetie. So I already knew that you were this acidic, serpentine little idiot. But my God, have you learned nothing? So Laura Ingraham set up her dumbass show and basically mocked Nipsey Hussle and his funeral.
What?
Mentioned his funeral with all of these people in Los Angeles grieving and showing out to support his family and stuff like that. And then immediately switches to saying, Nipsey Hussle also recently released this song FDT, which is Fuck Donald Trump. And they played this clip, Fuck Donald Trump, which, by the way, is YG's song.
I was about to say, and it's not recent.
It's 3 years old.
Wait a minute, I know I don't keep up with the new rap niggas, but that don't sound right.
So this fucking idiot literally, like, the whole reason that you brought this story up was to be a dickhead. And this is what I meant about, like, basic human decency. Now, I don't know if I even mentioned this, but there's a small list of people who, when they kick the bucket, not even almost. When George Zimmerman dies, I'm baking a cake. When Betsy DeVos goes, like, they're,
a whole gala will be at my home.
So, whatever. Nipsey Hussle was somebody that who's making a difference in his community. People are grieving. Like,
and I don't know how you can't see that. Niggas was following the fucking hearse around the city. Like, it was at Staples, girl.
and it's not even about that though, and that's my issue. It's the lack of basic fucking human decency and respect, and like you trying to use this and turn it into a Donald Trump thing. First of all, fuck Donald Trump. Like I said, is YG's song. I believe Nipsey Hussle is featured, but that whole clip that you played was YG. On top of that, fuck Donald Trump is accurate.
Yeah,
and
there's nothing wrong with that sentiment at all.
What the fuck does that have to do with this man's legacy or the fact that people are grieving his life? I don't understand. And I would also really want people to pay attention to how she and Fox News deal with the backlash from this versus the backlash that she got when she disrespected that young white boy who actually survived a shooting and had tons of advertisers pull out, so she had to apologize and then run away and hide her tail between her legs. The point is, Laura Ingraham,
Fuck her.
fuck you. And I wish I tried my best to find the name of that man that was sitting across from her. Don't know him, but fuck him too, because he was, just as bad. Like,
Laura Ingraham, I'm not looking at nothing that bitch is on. She is infected, okay? Ugh.
She's the living worst.
She really is. Like a walking yeast infection. I can't deal with that bitch.
Fuck her. I also just wanted to quickly say that, sincerely, my heart goes out to anybody affected by the fire at the Notre Dame Cathedral.
Very sad.
Very, very sad. I also find it really interesting how many like American billionaires and corporations have been doling out millions. Like this huge sum of money came
$600
together
million in one day.
In mere hours.
$100 million.
Yeah, there are black churches that have burned down to the ground right here in the country. Still in the same state they were.
And who's doing it? The police chief's son? Some deputy's son? Some police officer's son. That's the one who's been going around burning churches.
Flint, Michigan.
Still doesn't have clean water. There's just so many societal inequities right here in America, and yet Notre Dame, the top of Notre Dame burned, and y'all are like literally throwing all your money. First of all, let the French handle that. They got that. Like,
and they do.
They definitely do. Like, they have been keeping their structures around longer than America has even been a country. So let them handle that. I can't believe y'all are in such a rush to go give your money to the French when there are people suffering so greatly right here in America. It's just like,
Didn't give a fuck when Puerto Rico needed that money.
This is why the rich need to be taxed fairly, because they want to act like it's the same for them to just donate to charity. But when you donate to charity, you get to cherry pick who deserves, comfort or relief and who doesn't. This is why these people need to be paying way higher taxes. Y'all got $600 million to give to France, but kids are hungry and filling potholes in the street, bitch.
And then I wanted to pass a read because it was hilarious.
Okay.
This one comes from, your name's here, so I'm going to say it. This one comes from Aaliyah. She says, hey, y'all. This is so, I love this. She says, hey, y'all, I'm here to denounce the shenanigans of these niggas who think it is okay to freestyle when they get high.
You know what? Speak this word. Yes.
Now, behind closed doors in your own damn house, by all means, spit that fire. But we don't need to turn every smoke session into the BET hip-hop cipher. This is not loving hip-hop. We are regular niggas in a regular house, smoking weed and talking shit. Picture me, peaceful, sitting down somewhere, smoking my shit, to be accosted by niggas spitting weak bars about non-existent bitches and negative bank accounts. No one asked for that, and it's always the only nigga that has a semi-flow that starts it off. Like, we know you practice this shit in the mirror for weeks on your Issa shit, waiting for the opportunity to say, hey, y'all heard this beat?
Yeah, she is coming for you niggas.
Then they have the nerve to encourage other people to continue the bullshit. Now, what the fuck are the normal people supposed to do? Sit here and write an annoyed letter to Crystal and Fury? Like now I'm done with my letter and these niggas are 6 instrumentals in. I'm going home to smoke my shit and eat snacks. Love y'all. So the whole letter took me out, but the ending really set me because that's when I realized that it was happening to her.
She wrote it while it was
as she was like constructing this email.
Nigga started freestyling. She was like, let me just ask the read because what the fuck?
I'm so over these. That was funny.
Man, yes, ma'am.
Last but not least, this one's not really a read, but I saw Acrimony.
What? You saw Acrimony? Oh, yeah. Bitch, why you didn't tell me this before? Why did you say this for
I
the
watched
show?
it maybe 2 days ago.
God. So, how'd you feel? I told you so.
Oh my God. Now, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest. When I first started watching it, I was fully prepared in like the first half hour to come in here and be like, it wasn't that bad, you know? Like, I expected it to be bad, and it was like the first like half hour or so, maybe 40 minutes of it was like typical Tyler Perry, where there's a couple of really cheesy lines, and I'm like, okay, I could pay attention to this. Maybe a cute Netflix and chill date. Oh, and then my Heavenly Father, it just gets worse and worse. And then by the end, was it X-Men or what? I don't know what happened.
So how did Taraji get on the
I'm
boat?
going to get to that.
Okay, I need you to help me.
I have like 3 major issues with this film. Anybody who's seen it, that should be a surprise. I know a lot of people said that they liked it.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people don't have
Okay.
very good taste in movies.
I mean, again, it started.
No.
So it was marketed as like this like revenge thriller, right? And God bless Taraji Henson because she really performed what she was given and
Yes.
told to perform.
Yes, she did.
Why they put those contacts in her goddamn face, I just don't have the answer. I don't have the answer. I know that like the girl who played the younger version of her, I believe she has naturally light eyes because I've seen her in things before.
She does.
So I guess that's why they gave her the context. But my thing is like, if Taraji's the star, and we've definitely seen more of Taraji for longer than we had this other girl, why not give the girl darker contacts and let Taraji have her regular ass face?
Or cast somebody with brown eyes. That would work as well. Like, it didn't really have to be an issue at all.
Those contact lenses were so
Disturbing
distracting. They were so hard for me. They added to the idea that she might be, you know, not all there. But it was just, it was rough. The film was far too long. It could have been a strong 45 minutes shorter than it was. There was just so much. We didn't need so much of their origin story. Like, I get it was like setting up to see, you know, how things got to where they were, et cetera, et cetera. But like, there was just so many chunks of scenes and then the whole scenes all together that just didn't need to be there.
Yeah, that's true.
Those weren't even my issues, right? Like I said, when I first started watching it, there was a couple of little things. Like I wondered why the older sisters were so judged. Oh, spoilers, I guess. Which,
No, there's no
I
such
mean,
thing.
the definition of spoil is like
To ruin.
to like destroy or diminish the value of something. There's no real value in it.
I mean, you can't go lower than Acrimony.
Woo. So I was wondering why the older sisters were so judgmental to her when they, like, after their mama died, and they were all having dinner with their husbands, and they go say to her, like, well, we're moving out now since we're both married, so you're going to have to get a job. And I'm thinking, like, wait, so you both dated and courted these niggas and got married and everybody just, you never left home? Like, you and your husbands were all living in this house
This
with her?
is such a Tyler Perry-ass
And
thing.
now you're, like, that to me and, like, a couple of other, like, nitpicky things were, like, weird in the early.
There's several moments where it's like, this isn't
just doesn't
real
make
life.
sense.
Right.
Right.
This isn't how these things go. They got married at the same time, too. And just everybody was living in this house.
But after the mama dies is when you're like, well, we leaving and bitch, you need to get a job.
So you could take care of the house. Why would y'all leave it? Why would y'all leave the house in this little girl's hands when you already feel like she don't make good decisions?
So the 3 issues I had, one was A, it was too goddamn long. B, it was just longer than it needed to be. Like, I feel like most people who actually wanted to watch the movie or had any interest were waiting for the storyline of this woman is going to get revenge on this guy. Right. And that is like the last half hour of a 2-hour movie. So, and so to that point, right? To Tyler Perry has written so many characters or so many like couples in his things before where this woman is being treated horribly by this guy who is just the living devil, and some older woman by way of Medea preaches to this woman and then she beats him with a frying pan or whatever. She art loose, you know? And like
Bitch, she art loose, nigga. I hate you. TD Jakes is gonna hit you up like, never say it again. Never say it again.
So my thing with this nigga who plays her husband or whatever in the movie, they spent so much time sympathizing with him. Like the early version of him was like much more of a fuckboy, as many niggas are in like college and stuff. Yeah. But as they got older, I was confused as to why he couldn't just work a regular job and do this battery thing on the side.
He's trifling.
But other than that, they spent so much time like showing him, like trying to like show him like do better. Like since he never really cheated on her, and the whole thing with him like finally getting a job after they break up, and then his sister's like, oh, you of course you don't have the money being a dishwasher. I'm like, y'all were slaying this man this whole time for not getting a job. Now he done left her, moved out the house, is washing dishes, making some kind of money, and you're flaming him for having a dishwashing job? And she go on a date with the other nigga who couldn't fuck her right and talking about something. I saw him in there washing dishes and I just got mad because I want my $1 million and my da-da-da. And I'm like, Tyler, what? So by the time, then the nigga gets a $25 million check, gives her $10 million of it, and gets the house back and gives it to her. Mm-hmm. And so the whole reason that she even goes off the deep end and wants to kill him and his new wife is because he just got a new wife after she said that she didn't want him anymore. And not only did he give you the $1 million, he gave you 9 more.
Told you.
So what was the point? Was the whole point to be like, this black woman is just crazy and simply wants to kill this nigga based off of what?
He just wants to have fun and play around with mental illness.
But let's not responsibly explore that. Yeah, it was just like one line of the doctor being like, well, girl, you might have BPD. So. And that's just, and then she goes home and she sits in a dark house. So changes her weave. She's mentally ill now. And then she snuck out. She starts doing some tribal dances and like.
I was like, so this is what you think people struggling with mental illness do?
Bitch, let's talk about this motherfucking boat. Girl.
She went from the house to the boat with...
Let me tell you something. So now the running thing for me, and really a big part of the reason why I even watched it is because I wanted to get the how did she get on the boat joke. Like, I wanted to get that. And I thought to myself prior to it, because I'm like, well, surely, you know, she could have got on the boat in a multitude of ways. But I realized right before they get married and go on this boat, her family has like blocked her from leaving the house. Yeah. So when she appears on the boat in a dress,
so confused.
I'm like, well, how did she get on the boat? I'm like, okay, there are many ways that we could assume that she did it, but you could have taken some of that time that you spent showing this nigga picking up records after he got kicked out of the house and shit like that, and showed us how she managed to get out of the house and onto the boat. Then I realized that wasn't what the fuck y'all were talking about. How the fuck did she manage? Yes. This bitch had superpowers the whole movie and we didn't know. Why was this not explored?
It wasn't docked. You know, it was in the middle of the water, and yet here she go.
He shot, like, the nigga gets shot by her. She goes to shoot the new wife. He, like, manages to shove her off of the boat. After she has also told the whole crew to jump off of the boat, right? So now she gets shoved off of the boat. He tells the wife as he's bleeding out,
go save the crew.
Go get, like, so she, my nigga, she goes to get in a boat to get the rest of the crew right. And then seconds later, Taraji seems to just be standing on water. Yep, is she Jesus? Yep. Is she a waterbender? Is she an X-Man? She's just like, thought you see the last of me, sis, and steps back on the boat.
Well, you know, when you're mentally ill, you can just appear place. You apparate. You don't even need no flu powder. It just happens. You just, poof, bitch, I'm here.
Girl!
I told you.
And then they played like some Nina Simone or some Andre Day or some shit, and next thing you know, this bitch is gone.
The whole soundtrack is Nina Simone. Tyler paid for one album.
That was like his
one album only.
That was like the guy's like jam was Nina. Girl, I honestly wanted to come in here and be like, oh, it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be.
Yeah, I know you did.
Bitch. Because you know what really set my eyes on it was when you were like, it's worse than Medea's family reunion. Family reunion.
Yeah.
Which I always
It's worse.
say is like the moment for me where I was like, Tyler, what's going on? You were not wrong.
I told you. It's very, very bad.
It was bad.
There's a lot of plot holes in that movie. A lot of things don't make sense. Like when young Taraji drove that Jeep into that trailer and then next thing you know, she's bleeding internally and can't have kids no more. It's like the impact was not that great. Like it wasn't that big of a crash for it to be her uterus is broken or whatever. Like what the fuck is happening
like she slammed
here?
her chest against the steering wheel, but somehow
that she has to
ruptured
go
her
with
ovaries
surgery?
or some shit like that.
What the fuck is going on in this
It was
movie?
like it was trying to be Ring the Alarm the movie, but didn't feel like trying hard enough.
Whew. Okay. I wasn't ready for you to.
I was like, bitch, no, it's not going to be that bad.
Oh, man.
Honey, when she started doing those tribal dances in front of that goddamn table, how the fuck he gave you $10 million and you didn't buy no furniture?
Because mentally ill. See? It just all goes back to she's mentally ill, duh. She's crazy. You never know what she gonna do.
My nigga, when she floated her motherfucking ass out of that goddamn water after the boat was moving and just happened to be standing there like, hey girl, I'm back. Let's pick up where we left off. Girl, let me tell you something. This will probably be a great movie to watch with friends, with your shadiest friends.
Yes.
Y'all watch Acrimony and make fun of it together.
And weep.
God bless the actors because they did the best that they absolutely with what they were given. I thought Brisha Webb did a great job. I thought Taraji did a great job. But you know what? What you're given is what you're given.
The job can only be as good as the script.
The end.
You can't outact a bad script.
Lyric Band, I thought did a good job too, which I only really knew him from the Saw movies.
Okay, when you said Lyric, I'm gonna be honest. Thought you was gonna say Lyrica, so I don't really know who that is, but yeah.
Well, he was the nigga.
Oh, he was the grown husband?
Yeah.
Yeah. That fucking battery. The whole time, and the battery didn't make sense either. So it's a self-charging battery, but you gotta run cords all through my fucking house to get it to work? What the hell do you even mean?
I don't understand.
What is so much electricity then? The whole concept of the battery didn't make no fucking sense.
Girl, Acrimony.
It's really bad.
If I would not have been watching it by myself, maybe I would have been less pissed. Because when I came out on the other end of it, like when the credits rolled, I legit like link jumped because I was like, I am tight. I
know Link was like, bitch, don't be hollering in my fucking face.
The bitch was like, I didn't tell you to put that dumb shit on, bitch. Girl, so I just had to get that out, let you girls know that I have seen it. I wanted to come in here and joke and be like, well, bitch, she probably got on the boat because of such and such, but it wasn't that bad. No, girl. And I know a lot of y'all enjoyed it. I saw comments from people who said they enjoyed it, and I respect that. I just don't understand why.
I mean, a lot of people have bad opinions on movies. It's simply not good, and it's not good from like every single way you can look at it.
Like so many different ways, yeah.
The green screen is terrible, and it's like, what? Why was you shutting down traffic in different cities and shit to film, and yet all of these scenes look like they took place in front of a fucking green screen? Like every time they walking along the water or whatever, it's like, Tyler, this is so fake. This random bench in the middle of the sidewalk where ain't no other benches. It's like you didn't even try.
There was some good stuff, like when she was fighting him out on the street and her sisters had to come and collect her and stuff.
Yeah,
like there was some good stuff, but oh man,
when he had to make the delivery, but he had to go get his battery first because he had that interview, and it was like,
right.
So y'all let this nigga who nobody trusts or likes be the one person who decides whether the business fails or not.
Your business is relying on this nigga that you never trusted since the second that you met him.
Tyler, make it make sense. It don't make sense. Why would it be like, if we don't make this delivery, that's the it for the accountant, we're going to have to sell our trucks. Why would you put that on this nigga? This shiftless, trifling nigga.
It's not even like it couldn't have been good.
Oh, it was so good.
Because I feel like it could have been a really fun thriller, but it was just like, no, I don't feel like it. No thanks.
It could be, I could put effort into this.
Nah.
Or I could not. It could just be that way as well.
She summoned herself from out of the water.
Woo, she airdropped herself.
She just...
It don't make no sense.
What the fucking...
How did you get on that fucking boat, Taraji? And then how did you come back? And then it was just nobody on the boat but the two of y'all. And then mysteriously, magically, the anchor wraps around your foot. And that's it for Taraji. That's it. She couldn't be satisfied.
He didn't even mean to do it. Like, he didn't even...
Right. See, the man has to be blameless in the end. He did everything right, y'all. Like, yeah, they got divorced.
That's what I'm saying,
but
like...
it was her decision to put him out because after years and years, she was tired of his broke ass. And
That's what I'm saying. Like, you've
bought
written
the
so
house.
many heinous,
Oh, yeah.
abusive
So bad.
niggas before.
This was really bad.
I expected to hate this nigga so that, especially if you're not going to even explore whatever her mental issue is, then at least, like, let me be championing for her chopping this nigga to bits because he was awful.
Right.
It was like, yeah, he was raggedy in a couple of ways, but he was not nearly as villainous as a lot of the other niggas that Tyler Perry has ran. So I was confused as to what the point was.
The point is women be crazy. And they'll never be satisfied.
Woo! What a journey. I literally was like, that is 2 hours of my life.
I'm so glad.
And
you
I won't
finally
have it
watched
ever
No,
again.
You won't have it back ever in your life.
Wow.
You will remember this awful movie.
That movie could have been a solid 80 minutes, tops.
At the most.
Like,
And it probably would have been better.
it probably would have.
I'm
But not with that ending.
so sad.
They needed to reshoot that whole boat.
My cheeks hurt. That was so fucking funny. I hate
Woo,
you.
she sucked.
So when you brought up YG earlier, it made me think of Nipsey's funeral, which I did sit up and watch.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Untitled.
Mhm.
Because, and for the most part, I was like, wow, this is an incredibly moving service. Clearly, people are like heartbroken. I burst into tears several times, which, I mean, I cry at literally anybody's funeral or anything that's sad like that.
Yeah.
I cry when I see other people crying.
Yeah.
So it was lots of teary moments. The home videos and shit really got to me. His mama's on another plane that I could never hope to reach. Like,
Yeah,
that
that
lady
was-
is on some spiritual vegan shit that
Absolutely.
I don't even know, but like bless her life. His brother, the kids, my heart was
His
just broken.
sister.
Of course, Lauren, all of it. Just
Yeah.
really, really heartbreaking. Until YG took his trifling ass up on the stage. Who was he up there with? DJ Mustard?
Oh, I didn't see YG.
Oh, you didn't see it?
Mm-mm.
Well, so you didn't hear what he said?
No, I don't know what he
Oh
said.
my God. So
oh,
he was
God.
up on
What
stage.
did he say?
So he was up on stage, talking about Nipsey, obviously. And he was like, man, I was just saying to Nip, we raising some beautiful ass light-skinned little girls. And
No.
yes, literally just like that. First of all, was about to call his daughter and Nipsey's daughter bitches.
He was talking about their daughters?
Yes, he was talking about their own daughters. Like, nigga, we raising beautiful ass light-skinned little girls. He had to hurry up and fix the little girl because he was finna say bitch. And it's like, ooh-wee. So you brought your colorist ass bullshit into this man's funeral. First of all, that little girl is gorgeous.
That is not what I expected you to
She's
say.
a beautiful child, but she is nobody's light-skinned. I don't
even know what...
this is
I know
not
what
about that little
Nip's
girl.
kids look like. I don't know
She
what
looks
YG's kids
exactly
look.
like him, like
Yeah.
skin tone and everything else. So it's like this little girl is not even mixed, but niggas fetishize this whole light-skinned, mixed, exotic baby looking thing so much that you let it permeate through your whole ass personality and spill out in the middle of this big ass stage where like everybody is mourning. So many people are tuned in and watching this. So many people are on stage, and you sat there and said that dumb shit right there in front of everybody. You just let it all out right there.
I thought you were going to talk about these niggas selling the tickets to the funeral.
Oh, well, that was also trifling, but I don't know if that actually happened in real life or if that was just something y'all was doing on the internet to be assholes. But that is beyond trifling. Girl, free tickets, selling tickets that you got for free to something is ridiculous. It's
to a
mess.
memorial
But
service.
to a fucking funeral,
Like,
child,
what are you doing?
it was just that. I was like, I cannot believe how beautiful of a service this was. Even Snoop got up there and was so black. He
You
was
can't help it.
so black.
Yeah.
He had some moments where he couldn't really hold it together, and it was like sad to see. But then at the end, when he said, "For God so loved the world that He gave us a motherfucking crib" or something like that. It went something like that, and I was just like, I don't think
did
that's
see
how the
that.
verse goes.
I did see
I'm
that.
gonna need the chapter and verse on that, but like even that was like befitting of an uncle.
Yeah.
It's a befitting, especially an uncle who is also a crib. So fine.
And a West Coast legend.
Right. And like, of course.
Yeah.
But YG getting up there bragging on they beautiful light-skinned bitches, it's just like...
I cannot. I did not see that.
Nigga, did you know this was a funeral? Did you know? What are you doing here? This is not a video. We're not shooting a video here. We're not casting. What are you talking about?
Wow.
Niggas are just, It really put a sour moment on the... otherwise like incredibly moving experience, and I really learned a lot about Nipsey Hussle's life and his impact during it. And so it was just like, having this moment where I'm getting to know all these other things about this man and feeling sad about the loss. And here go this nigga bragging on light skinned bitches. It's just like, what?
Some niggas can only nig.
So yeah, trifling and trash. But
well,
that wraps up this week's episode of The Read. Check us out at thisistheread.com.
Oh, we didn't talk about Game of Thrones.
Oh my God. Yes, nigga. Game of Thrones is back. How do you feel about the first episode? Who do you think's gonna die next?
Nobody really died in the first episode.
Yeah, no. I'm just thinking.
Okay.
That little boy. Ooh, that was fucked up.
Oh yeah. I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a crazy
I stand the Night King.
I was like, yo, we didn't need all the arms and hands and shit. Like, we didn't need this. We didn't need none of that demonic sundial
Come
shit.
for Art Basel. Absolutely. Take the girls down.
Oh, Lord. His little blue eyes. I said, no, you got to burn that.
You know what? I am interested in seeing this Sansa Daenerys beef sizzle, especially when homegirl finds out that she's been fucking her nephew and that he's the heir, and so she needs to pipe down.
Pretty sure she's going to be more upset about him being the heir than him being her nephew.
Fully. Absolutely.
Because Daenerys is really obsessed with being queen and everybody respecting her.
It's going to have to be somebody else to be like, and you fucked your nephew on top of that.
Not...
He'll never take the throne from me. and he's your nephew that you fucked.
And he's not the rightful heir.
But do you incest?
Bend the knee.
Like, absolutely. I see. Because her attitude has just been so stank. She's just so like, the way that she did Sam really was like, okay, girl, like, come on. Like, I understand why you feel like, you were doing whatever a queen is supposed to do, et cetera, et cetera. But you, like, come on.
It was excessive then. Like, you barbecued them niggas for no good reason.
Right. But even in that moment, you could have shown, like, a heart. And she was just turning into
cold and detached. Like, your brother stood with your father. Ergo.
Well, what's for dinner?
Anybody want an edible arrangement? Or like, it was like, bitch.
So when he stomped down there and went to tell John the truth, I was
straight up.
Spill it.
Talking to Bran was like, it's gotta be you. He's like, no, you're his brother. Bran was like, not. Ain't.
Is a messy icon.
That nigga's so weird. We don't have time for this. The Night King is coming.
People think he is the Night King.
How? Like the Night King is controlling him? Like he's the
controlling
Night King's
the Night
tethered?
King.
Oh.
Or something like that.
Okay.
Because he has that power.
Yeah, he's... Oh, man. He had the power to make Jamie shit his fucking pants when he saw that nigga at the end of the episode.
Yep.
He's like, surprise, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know who did. I'm honestly just been brazen. I've just been telling myself that everyone is going to die so that, like, it softens the blow of whatever happens. I'm like fully prepared for Dany to go, not because I want her to, but just because I expect that she will.
They're gonna kill. You know what? They're gonna break my heart, and they're gonna kill Lyanna Mormont, that little girl.
Oh,
they're gonna kill her. Watch.
I kind of feel like she might die.
No, they're gonna.
I stand for her
do it.
too.
No, everybody does. That's why they're gonna kill her.
Exactly.
That's why.
No, you're right.
They like to see us upset.
You're
we
right.
all love that little girl.
I loved when Mama came and stepped to the front and was like, "All right, let me tell you something. Whatever this shit is that you brought back here." Keep it. We're not interested. We don't know this
King
bitch.
In the North. We don't know her. What the fuck?
Her and her lizards can go. We don't have
the food for these bitches.
We don't have time for this fuck shit. I love her. She stays getting them together.
They did the same thing with Shireen, where everybody just loved Shireen. She was just a sweet little girl. Just so sweet, kind-hearted, beautiful-hearted little girl. And they burned that bitch alive.
Sure did.
So watch.
Made us watch it.
And made us watch it. Like,
they still have the pregnant women in the belly.
This
that show doesn't care. They don't care.
Yeah. So, I just...
And it's on like I've seen so many memes about the new Avengers movie that's about to come out, and like people reacting to how they got to bring Kleenex and an extra pair of drawers and shit like that to the theater because we're expecting that a lot of MCU characters might die. What's going to happen?
Oh, it's the part 2 to the Thanos movie.
Yeah,
got you.
So I'm like, maybe a lot of y'all don't watch Game of Thrones. Like, sort of same idea with Game of Thrones, but
everyone's going to die.
Marvel is not going to. Even the characters that might die in that won't die the way that they would if they were on Game of Thrones.
Right. I mean, and they're cartoons. Like, they're superheroes, I mean.
They get impaled at the very most. But
but they always manage to magically come back to life. Mm-hmm. This is like just
they bash the girls' skulls, clean open, and make you watch it.
Ugh.
So I just don't know what to expect. I still kind of feel like Jaime's going to kill Cersei, or the only reason I feel like she might not die by his hand is because the writers might know that we expect that.
Yeah. I still want Arya to have the satisfaction because I know she want to do it real bad.
I know she does.
I know she wants it so bad.
I think that she might get the throne.
Arya?
Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
Either her or the Night King.
Okay, not the Night King. The Night
I just
King
feel
is
like
the villain.
Right. That's why I want him to. What's the
You
problem?
want everybody to be some weird blue-eyed demon?
Sure. I want chaos to win.
Okay.
He deserves. The Night King has been working hard.
I mean, that dragon, I wanted to shake the shit out of Daenerys. Like, you over here mad because Sansa got an attitude or Sansa don't want to be your friend. She not kissing your ass. Meanwhile, one of your children has been abducted and turned into a fucking ice-breathing machine.
I think that's the one that's going to kill him, too.
Might be the one to kill her.
Oh, and that dragon's probably going to kill one of the other dragons, if not both the other dragons, too.
And then somebody told me
those other dragons are definitely dying.
They told me Daenerys shouldn't have never let Jon Snow / her nephew ride one of the dragons because they're loyal to whoever rides them. So now that one of the dragons has ridden Jon,
he's the heir.
He may be like, oh, okay. Oh, this is also a Targaryen. Oh, okay. We bonding, bitch. And then it's a battle.
We like the way he talks to us. And he didn't lock us in a dungeon because we were hungry. So I'm going to stick with the winning team.
We just don't know. We just don't know. Cersei's trifling ass.
You were right when you said that shit she said to that nigga was going to be everybody's Instagram caption because it has been.
She's on her earn me shit.
You want a whore? Buy one. You want a queen? Earn her.
It's like, all right, Olivia.
Well, I'm going to do both. Like, duh.
This Olivia
and she fucked him anyway.
Gave us this line right. But, if she really is pregnant, she needed somebody to pin that baby on.
Oh, right.
If she is really pregnant.
That's right.
Cersei could be so brilliant, but she's just so fucking greedy and stuck on what she thinks is her own. Really, this is the problem most of them white people have in this show. It's all about ego, and y'all want to be the ruler of the whole fucking Westeros and all 7 of the kingdoms. And it's just or you could just chill in your section and be the queen of that section. And it don't have to be one big, everybody fight. It don't have to be all these wars and shit. It shouldn't have to be this way. Y'all could just mind your business.
I wonder if Tyrion really believes that this bitch is sending motherfuckers to help them. Tyrion. Or if he's got another...
Now, that's another thing. Never trust a Lannister.
I mean, if anybody should know, it should be him.
Never trust a fucking Lannister. But, also, Dany, I would not be trusting no fucking Lannister. You never know. Tyrion might be the one to take that bitch out. Because, he killed his own daddy. So,
his daddy deserved
his daddy was an awful person.
It was a wild
Killed
coming.
that nigga on the toilet. Well, on
sure
the chamber pot. They ain't have plumbing back then. Every
you are
time
correct.
I look at them poor ass baths and shit, I'd be like, ugh. Imagine stewing in your own filth.
I can't.
And bitches got to bring buckets to refill.
No.
I'm never clean. I would never get clean.
Thank you.
So, but yes,
the fact that it is only 6 episodes this season, though, and
this
first episode was light, and it looks like the second episode might be a little light too before it really gets there.
I don't like that they're trying to put they're clearly going to be trying to wrap up the whole series in these last few episodes, and it's
I feel like the last 4 episodes are going to be unrelenting
murder,
bloodshed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So many people are going to die so violently. I think Yara might come through though. I think Yara might be alive at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it Greyjoy? What's her name? Is that who they are? The Greyjoys?
Wait. Yeah. The white brother and sister.
Yeah. He had to come save her, and she knocked his ass out.
And
he deserved
suck it up and take it, bitch. That's the least.
That's right. That's the least of what
you've been through your share too, but nigga, you didn't have to do her like that.
You did not have
Left,
to do
right,
sister like
bitch.
that.
When he jumped off that boat,
I cracked up.
That shit was so fucking funny.
I need to go back and watch that episode again.
Not if you were her.
No. Because, it ended in captivity and, really shitty circumstances for a long time. But
I'm rooting for the Night King. I stand for him.
And
I would hope that, at the very least, I hope Arya makes it out.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Arya. Jon Snow is too pure-hearted to live. Sorry.
He's died once already, and that's the only reason I don't think they're gonna kill him. Like, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna get the throne just because I feel like that's too perfect for Game of Thrones. I won't mind it, obviously, because I love Jon Snow, have my babies. But at the same time,
sure.
Like, they killed him once. Like, the only reason I feel like they're not gonna kill Jon Snow is because he's already died. I just feel like it would be whack if he died again. But man, who knows?
See. Right. Who knows? We don't know.
Every time I have an idea or a theory, I feel like, no, they're not going to do that just because I thought of it.
Yep. Because I thought of it, it must be too simple, and therefore, they're not going to do it. I thought every episode was going to be 90 minutes long, so when it ended at that hour, I was like, excuse me?
And that hour zoomed.
It did. It went by very, very fast.
I was like, we barely got any.
I thought I had another half hour of Thrones. I thought Arya was going to murder somebody real quick. Anything, anything.
Oh, and Lady Brienne of motherfucking Tar.
Oh, I can't wait.
She got to stay. I can't deal with her dying.
No, they can't kill.
They can't kill
Brienne the Stallion. They can't do that. Can't handle that, boy. They can't do it to us. I love her.
That was funny to me. That was funny to me.
Niggas love to sing.
So,
okay, yes, Game of Thrones.
Let's go.
So good. All right. Any news? Oh, yes. On April 29th, that is a Monday at 7 p.m., I will be at the Green Space for their Black Icons of Podcasting event. You can get your tickets at thegreenspace.org. That's TheGreene space.org. See you guys there. Also, Tulsa, I am having a screening of Little the Movie on Friday at 6:45 p.m. at the Cinemark. There will be a link up probably by the time you're listening to this. So go to my Instagram or go to the Reads Instagram or Facebook, and there will be a link there to register. You must register in advance for the tickets. But yeah. Go see Little this Friday. Take your kids and all that on me. So, anything else, Kip? Any news from you this week?
No. Oh, I know. I know the premiere date of our show.
Oh, me too. Alex told me. Yeah. You want to tell the people?
Absolutely, no.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. See y'all next week.
Bye.